Yes, people. Welcome back to another NBA regular season watch along live on the Sarcasm City TV YouTube, brought to you by myself, Flawless Mr. Take Note. And I'm joined by two regular residents of Sarcasm City and two regular hosts of NBA watch along. So I'm joined by Sons Only, hashtag Valley Proud Peter, and joined by LeBron James Hive, LA Laker Timo. We'll go to you first, Peter. How you doing? You good?
Yeah, man, I'm good. I'm chilling. I'm actually watching the Suns Magic right now.
Yeah, was it like 3-4 points in it or something? What's the score?
It's a tie game now. We
Okay.
were up 12, then we were down 3, then we were up 9, and now we're tied.
Yeah, so it should be. And yeah, we are here for the I forgot to add that. Memphis Grizzlies versus New Orleans Pelicans, people. So the Grizzlies versus the Pelicans is
Yep.
the watch along you will be getting tonight, people. Hope you lot like the new thumbnail as well. Shout out to my guy Les for hooking it up. Timo, how you doing though? Shout to man.
Oh, brilliant, man. Brilliant. Actually, nice day today. Actually, sun's up in my place. So yeah, man. Hopefully the weather's been nice to us for the next couple of days. But yeah, I just wanted some spring and some hot weather, man, because I'm really suffering with this cold weather now. But yeah, we're all good.
Hey, hold
Oh,
on.
man.
Hold on.
I said, hold that, All right, on to tonight's game. We'll go to you, Peter. Who you got tonight? You got the Grizzlies, the Pelicans. We haven't watched the Pelicans in a minute, but they have been performing well as of late. So, yeah, more so your thoughts on the Pelicans recently.
Bro, I actually think the Pelicans are very good since they made the McCollum trade. Like, don't let the record fool you. Like, they are a decent team. They should have won in Denver yesterday. They kind of threw the game away. But I'm impressed with the Pelicans. That's why I wanted to do this game.
True, say you did ask for this game. So it was like, all right, we'll do it. We'll run it. Who do you have winning tonight?
I think the Grizzlies will win just because they had a disappointing loss yesterday, and like they're at home. The Pelicans have been on like a road trip for a minute. So I think the Grizzlies will find a way to win the game. Well, we'll see.
Timo, same to you. Who you got tonight? The Grizzlies, the Pelicans. Obviously, you got a lot riding on this being a LA Lakers fan because the Pelicans are closing in on that ninth position. So talk to me.
I'm gonna be honest here. I think it's just too much. I just think Grizzlies gonna win this game. Even though I'm so impressed with the way that Pelican done in the trade deadline, and Peter forgot this one player from Trailblazers, CJ McCollum. I thought that was a good trade by the Pelicans, in my opinion. And yeah, I just think when CJ's coming into this team, I think he's just wanna give some young talents to just some some new energy at least, because they haven't played well without Zion Williamson. Larry Nance is out as well, and they're gonna need some senior experience, and that's where the CJ McCollum's coming into this team and provide some experience to this team. So yeah, this is gonna be all right. It's gonna be all right. But yeah.
All right. We're going to find out what's happening. Large up everyone who is currently locked in. Please make sure you hit the like button on the video, share across our socials, and subscribe to the channel Sarcasm City TV as well. Make sure you do that. Hit the notification bell. And large up everyone supporting as always. Big up to Jeff, who is resident Arsenal shit. Respect it.
Jeff, let's go.
Bro, as I was at the Allianz Arena to watch Bayern play. They're merciless. They torn Salzburg apart. Bayern Munich will do Bayern Munich things. Big up One Danzo says big up Flawless. Large up to you. He also says Musiala can play winger, can play attack, play as a 10, winger, played in the pivot. Never seen a team press like they did, like the way they did for 90 minutes. That's Bayern Munich for you, efficient. Big up the man them except Peter, you traitor. I hope Chelsea get Bayern in the quarters and get smashed 7-1 the way Salzburg will. Have a blessed night. What did you do to Abdul that upset him? What did I miss?
Arsenal fan, innit? Arsenal fan.
I don't. Abdul's calling me a traitor. I don't know when we were on the same side for anything.
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to think of, innit?
Yeah, I don't know. I don't care.
Unfortunately, it's an Arsenal.
No matter how many times Bayern beats us 7-1, we went to their stadium and scooped a European Cup on their heads. So there's really nothing they can say to me. Like, we have that forever on them. Like, it's cool. Abdul, like, I understand. Like, it's Champions League day and you have FOMO. I get it. But, like, you'll get through it, brother. I'll pray for you.
I'll pray for you. Here we are. The game is about to tip off as well, people. But yeah, I was like, why did he call you a traitor? It made no sense.
These national TV games so fucking late. Like, just get the game going.
Yeah, serious. They moving like Sarcasm.
Like 18 minutes after the listed time. Like, hurry up.
Yeah, it's crazy that that is crazy.
Like, I hate how they do this. They do this for the national TV games sometimes. Like, I know. So, like, bro, get to the fucking game. Like,
We got stuff to do.
like we don't, but like we might.
Yeah, so it's like we got games. We want to watch the game, and we might have to rush out after the game.
That's
and
what
they're
I'm
taking
saying.
their
Like,
sweet time. Like, ain't no one got time for that.
I'm trying to get this shit over before 7 o'clock so I can go enjoy my evening and not watch this Clippers Warriors game.
Yeah, I ain't doing it. Clippers Warriors. This is no go. We're not doing that.
Yeah, no, thank you.
Absolutely not. Grizzlies start off. I feel like it's been a minute since we watched the. I can't remember the last time we watched the Pelicans. Were they on the unwatchable list at one point?
We're on the unwatchable list. They're the first team
Okay.
to come off the unwatchable list.
Hey, shout out to the Pelicans and that. They
It's
made
them,
it back.
Them and the Celtics that are now off the list.
Oh yeah, because we put the Celtics on there. The thing is, the Celtics were never bad. They were just
They're
there was just
boring.
nothing to the games. Yeah, there was just nothing to the games whatsoever.
Welcome to my fellow Lakers fan, Mr. Eddie, in the house. How are you, sir?
Oh shit. Eddie
Yes,
shit.
Eddie.
Sir, yes, sir. How we doing,
We-
boys?
What up,
Oh,
Eddie? How you
good
doing?
man.
Oh, better than fucking Salzburg. Those fucking bums. Those
Dude, I had to do a
fucking
stream.
bums.
I'm not gonna lie, that game fell apart so quick. Oh, quick. Oh my god. As soon as the second 10 went in, I was like, yeah, long day.
How do you do that?
I don't understand that.
Literally, how do you show up and allow that to happen?
The thing that kills me is they should have scored in the second minute.
Mm.
Like, they probably should have been winning. That's the crazy part. And then, like, Heaven's Gates just opened up and it was a wrap. Like, I feared that could happen, but I didn't think it was going to be like that. I thought it'd be like 3-1, 4-1 kind of thing.
I swear, I thought that was aggregate the first time I saw it.
Nah, it was 1-1 the first leg. They should have won the
That's
first
what's
leg.
the wild part. I was like, oh, okay.
They were
Yeah,
low-key
fucking
whooping their
click.
ass in leg one. They were low-key cooking Bayern.
Unbelievable.
But hey, it happens. And then we saw Inter score probably one of the goals of the tournament. And
Yeah,
then
massive mistake. Van Dijk failing to close man down, but we'll get to that in the Q&A tomorrow. We'll go on, carry on.
Yeah, go ahead and keep that one in the chamber. Cook it up real quick. You know.
Oh
get-
yeah.
yo, we're dropping that on Ryan's head top as soon as he lands.
Oh yeah. They're getting cooked. You know what I'm
I'm gonna
saying?
make my
He's
name.
already
I'm
getting
gonna
cooked.
make
He's
my
already
name
getting cooked
goal.
anyway in the group chat. I heard.
He's always getting cooked. But yeah, go on, Peter. What are you saying, fam?
I'm gonna make my name. Matip gave the ball away tomorrow.
Ooh,
I might follow suit, you know.
Yeah.
Memphis out here starting out strong.
Woo. That's a
Yeah,
nice
both
free.
teams. I found out. Did Eddie the Grizzlies play yesterday, or was it Sunday they lost to the Rockets?
Ooh, I think it was Sunday.
Okay, so they had a day off, so that's kind of to be expected. But I have faith, like, in this Pelicans team. I don't really know why. Actually, I do know why. They whooped their ass. That's why. That's entirely why.
Bro, no Brandon Ingram. That's the only thing that's going to fuck him up a whole lot.
Oh yeah, probably. Like, so they probably will not win, but I do find
Yeah.
them like an interesting team.
People sleep on Mr. Brandon Ingram. That shit crazy to me. I'll
Well,
fucking
averaging 22 in the NBA.
telling
Like,
you.
anyone who could average like 20 plus should not be slept on.
Man, it's just fucking terrible how it's going out with these injuries.
Do you know how long he's hurt for?
You just said sore hamstring. It's just like probably one of those fucking
Okay.
what they say, load management. Pause.
Yeah, because Cam Johnson had a
Ooh,
thigh.
that's a nice pass. Sorry, nice dunk. Sorry, Peter.
Nice
Boom.
luck. I think that guy is that Zaire Williams or whatever.
Mhm.
Yeah, he played with all the Ball brothers, right? At Sierra Canyon, didn't he? Or no, they played at Chino Hills. He played with Bronny's kid.
There you go. I think that's what it was.
Well, he
Now,
played with
so
Bronny.
he went to Stanford. I know
Yes,
who he is.
he played with Bronny like 2 years ago,
Okay.
and now he's in the NBA.
That's what.
Funnily enough, the Grizzlies could get another draft pick because of the Lakers, or they
You know
will.
what? You know what's it's setting up to be?
Go on.
They may end up if they end up over like you talked about. You I think it's because of you. This shit is gonna happen. I don't want to put this totally on you, but I'm trying to.
I'll take it. I'll take responsibility. The Lakers can burn. I don't care.
Yo,
They
Eddie.
play in New Orleans for the play-in tournament.
I'm telling you.
Woo!
I said it as soon as the Pelicans were up like 18 on us. I'm like, yo, they're gonna beat the Lakers in the play-in tournament. I put it in my group chat. All my friends like, you're crazy. I was like, just watch. Like, oh, we're getting to 8.
Yeah, that's
No, you're not.
that's shitty. Yeah. That's a statement was a bit crazy. Yeah.
Why is that crazy?
This
Why is that
Listen,
crazy?
this Pelicans team is not one to fuck with. I'm just putting it that way.
Like, it's not that like, watch the team play, right? Imagine Brandon Ingram being inserted into the team, and just think about everything you've seen with the Lakers. We saw this Pelicans team play the Lakers. Like, what was that? A week ago?
yeah, not you. Yeah, it wasn't even
And like,
that.
granted, there was no Anthony Davis, so I will give you that. But they whooped your ass.
They were out by 20 at one point.
I have no
They won by
faith in
28.
Anthony Davis
Oh, yeah, they won by-
returning
yeah,
to
jeez.
anything resembling himself when he comes back. So I'm kind of like, do we really have Anthony Davis?
And
Like,
that
Yeah,
too,
man.
the Lakers need Anthony Davis to be like prime Tim Duncan guarding the rim. To have
Yo,
a chance.
Eddie, have you seen that LeBron's compilations?
This guy just tweeted a LeBron YouTube video and added all of us. I don't know why he did that.
I have no idea why I did.
Come
that.
on, man. You got strike the greatness.
No,
The
no,
kid
Timo, you need to
Akron,
understand.
Ohio,
Timo, I
born
want you to
in
understand.
December 1981. You know.
Timo, I want you to
Sorry,
understand. None of that is
Sorry,
relevant to me. I'm
if
not
I'm not
going to watch
mistaken,
the
yeah,
video.
1984. Yeah,
Timo,
1984.
how long is the video? How long is the video?
A 10 minutes compilation.
Yeah, no.
That's a 10 minutes, you know.
No.
I said 10 minutes.
I'm
The
not
kid
watching
from
it.
Akron, Ohio, born in 30th December
Hey, your
1984.
mustache is gone. Hold
Drafted in
that, hold that.
2003 from St. Vincent and St. Mary's High School. #1 draft pick, people. 36,720 points. 208 points away from Karl Malone in number 2.
Hey,
it's like you're at church or something. He's just reading the whole scripture down right now. It's crazy.
yeah, good
If
for
you're
LeBron.
given a
Timo,
choice,
good for LeBron. What a win for
hold
the
on.
Lakers
If you're given
today,
a choice, would you watch LeBron's comp or Dembele's comp?
I'd watch neither. I'd watch neither. That's what I'd do.
Dembele.
I'd have them both. I'd have them both side by side and then just turn off my phone.
Because I feel like I've seen most of LeBron's career. Why
What
don't I need to
kind
watch
of question is that? Why would I subject myself to either of those, bro?
Yeah, they're terrible options.
Dembele
Oh,
comp.
my
Most of
God.
the moments in the LeBron comp I've already seen.
This guy's ridiculous.
man.
But large up Snoop in the comments as well. He says, "Yes, my
GTA's
guys,
number one
Eddie, I'm
villain.
not done with you."
GTA's #1 villain. I swear to God. I got you beat where you wanted to. Come see about me. I'm gonna be back.
You go to our guy Snoop and that.
Shout
You
out.
rock
AC,
the
man.
garage or what?
AC now because he's a part of the gang in it. But then after we finished some missions, him and Eddie were going at it in it. You know what I'm saying? And that
Let's
killing
go.
each
You guys
other.
are
and all
killing
the
each other.
time.
What's going on?
Pretty
Yeah,
much.
they was pretty
That's
much.
lit.
And then but
I
Snoop's
blew
a bit
up
mad
his
because
Batmobile. I blew up his Batmobile. He won't talk
Yeah,
about
hold that, Snoop. Hold that.
and I think Snoop's a bit mad because he's AC Milan fan and he ain't seen a league title in like 30 years or something.
Facts,
So,
facts. Hold that. Good luck though this season.
He was glad it went out tonight though. He was gassed about that.
That man's rolling for the Dembele comp. All right.
Yeah, and Bainesy, you know what?
Idea.
I'm just here to tell you, Bainesy, I'm not gonna watch this Dembele comp. You know what I'm saying? I thought about it and I was like, nah, I'm good. Crossed my mind for a split second, and I was like, nah, I'm blessed. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, currently 18-7. Grizzlies started off very well.
Had a great day. Nagelsmann went crazy. I forgot.
Hey, big up Dwayne Wade's son, though. Yeah, Williams. Big up, man.
Yeah, man, AD. Hey, but eight.
No, that's not Dwayne Wade's son. No,
I swear.
no, that's not Zaire Wade. That's Zaire Williams. That's not Dwayne Wade's son.
This guy, you know.
No, Dwayne Wade's son's not that cold.
Watch another video I'm going to send you. What? I have no idea.
You know what, Bainesy? Send it to me just so I can't watch it. Please do. You know what I'm saying? DM me on the gram, on Twitter, or WhatsApp me just so I can't watch it. Please. You know what I'm saying? My G.
Tony Snell to some random lefty for 3. Nope.
Some random lefty. What minute are you at, Peter?
7:58.
All right, cool. Let me speed this up a little bit.
Yeah, I'm on YouTube TV. It's a national broadcast game.
Whoop, they ass is looking that way. Oh man, Ja.
I'm not gonna lie. I didn't know Bi wasn't playing.
It was just like recent, like right before the game.
Okay, because the line moved from 5.5 to 8, and I was like, "What happened?" That makes sense.
Who plays tomorrow?
It's not a good game.
But that's during Q&A time. And then who's the
we got Rockets tomorrow. We got Rockets. We got LeBron's coming back tomorrow.
No one's watching Lakers Rockets.
No, I'm talking about Champions League.
Oh, PSG Real Madrid.
Yes, PSG Real Madrid. Woo!
Oh shit!
No way did he hit that. He hit that as well. He hit that. That is crazy.
Oh
that
shit!
Is crazy.
That is crazy. Okay.
That is crazy.
I see you, John Moran. I see you.
Do you?
This guy's a walking highlight reel, man.
I see you, John.
LeBron, I'll have a better highlight reel than LeBron when he's done. He will. Trust.
Did the Pelicans make a mistake?
Ooh, someone just landed him.
Doing what?
Drafting Zion.
Oh yeah, 100%. The way it ends, like how we think it is. Yes.
Where did they draft him from?
They could have drafted John Morant.
No. The Pelicans. Oh, I didn't know that. No, I'm saying where did they get Zion from?
Duke.
He came from Duke, but he was the #1 overall pick.
Okay, Mazza. And they could have got Ja. But he went for him. Mazza.
Yeah.
That's a backcourt, ain't it?
Is it disrespectful to compare Ja and AI?
A little bit. Because Ja's career is not done, and he's a different kind of player. The comparison is more so Ja and Russell Westbrook, but a certain member of this panel is not trying to hear it.
I'm not.
Ooh, elaborate further on that.
I'm not.
Just in terms of like their
I never
in terms of like their build as a player.
When did I ever compare
operate on a basketball court? Ja Morant's much more similar to a Russ than he is an Allen Iverson.
I never compare him to Russ. Russ is different.
No, I'm saying I would just in terms of how they play the game and how they operate.
Do you know where I'm at? Bro,
I just think he's in the level of AI.
What's up, Eddie?
I wouldn't even disrespect Ja like that.
I'm not saying like he's not. I'm not saying from just like a stylistic perspective and how they approach basketball. Like Ja plays way above the rim, right?
Right.
He can stretch teams vertically, as well as like with like the shooting ability, you know.
Right.
And like a young Russ, he was the same and like playing way above the rim and being like freakishly athletic. Where Ja Morant is better is I think between the ears, he's a better decision maker.
See, big up my guy Zeke, man. Big up my guy Zeke.
Relax. Wait, man. Go on, Peter. Carry on.
This guy's talking about his tweet. No one cares. But just like, like for real, like Ja's also that's an and-1, right?
I think so.
He just held onto the rim.
Yeah, that's crazy.
That's an counts. That's an and-1. I was gonna say you can't do that. It's basket interference. Also, he made it.
Check Ja out, yeah.
So like he's learned to shoot the ball from a younger age, right? He's worked on his game, right? Russ had to learn to be a point guard in the league, which is cool. I have some sympathy for that. But you're 14 years in, and like your offensive game hasn't improved. You know, Ja, you can see he's improving. Do I still think like he's got a lot of shit to work on? Yeah, but he's in what, year 4, year 3? This is third year, right?
I think it's third year. Third year, I want to say.
He got drafted in 2019?
I'm really not sure, to be honest with you.
He did get drafted in 2019 because I remember that NCAA tournament. Because they whooped the fuck out of somebody. He got a triple-double in the first round.
Triple-double, yeah. He was dunking on people and everything. I remember.
Yeah, I remember because I was doing a bracket challenge with my homies, and they were like a 12 seed. I think they were playing like Marquette or somebody. I was like, yo, Murray State by 15. They're like, what? I was like, just watch. Trust me. Because I used to watch all Ja Morant's games because that was when the Suns were still in the trenches. I was like, bro, if we get the 2nd seed, we got a point guard. And then we got the 6th seed. Now my head was hot. My head was so hot. They gave that shit to the Pelicans and the Grizzlies. I was like, yeah, fuck you.
Hey, that was. I remember just New York crying. The streets of New York were just crying because they couldn't get a top 2 pick.
Oh, of course.
It was beautiful.
But now, like, I'm saying in terms of just how he approaches basketball, he's much more stylistically similar to a young Russ than he is an AI at any point in AI's career. Because AI was never playing above the rim like this. and his explosive athleticism in terms of being able to play vertically was never a factor. It was always pure handles and being able to get buckets.
I think that's where I'm at with I say I lean more towards AI for that reason, and then I take the piece that you said with Russ, and that's why I feel like Derrick Rose is more of his comp, like a younger Derrick Rose.
Oh, if I could swap the name Russ for Derrick Rose, then yes, because a lot of it is very similar. But again, I maintain Ja's a better basketball player than a young Derrick Rose, and like Chicago Bulls fans, you can get over it, but like deep down, you know it's true. Derrick Rose worked on his skills once his knees were finished. You know, before then, young Derrick Rose, he wasn't about this like step back in the mid range, working out of the mid post, being able to anticipate. Like he wasn't about all that. He was a scoring first guard, and he was great. Derrick Rose was box office, but you watch him now. He's genuinely a more skilled player now than he was when he was younger, way more.
Stop. Go on, fam. Sorry. Go on.
I say it just sucks that it took all that shit to happen to him for him to learn his craft and like own his skills.
That's what's up. That's what's up.
Big up Snoop as well in the cut. Yeah, Snoop, man. All love you already know. Big up Manj as well. Star Sailor says Ja Morant's best attribute and worst attribute or something he needs to work on. I know you touched on it, but go further. What do you think his best attribute are to both of you, man?
Probably for me, it's gonna sound corny, but like he's an alpha. He really is an alpha. Like
he's also not a silver spoon child.
Exactly. Like
he went to a small college, stayed for 2 years, had to really like get everything out the mud. So he went to school in Tennessee.
Mm-hmm.
He went to Murray State University or Murray State College, whatever it is. Now he plays for the Memphis Grizzlies in Tennessee. Yeah. So he's a fairly local kid in a pretty small market. He wasn't a blue chip guy getting recruited into big colleges. Coach K was never knocking on his door. Tom Izzo was never calling him, shit like that, you know? So he's one of those people, he's had to work with the tools available. And like he's really had to figure shit out himself for a long time now. Like you see like a Ben Simmons, right? Yeah. Ben Simmons has had everything handed to him his whole life because of his physical talent, right? Which is great, which is cool. Shout out to him. He's going to be generationally rich because of it. That's great. But whenever anyone asks Ben Simmons to improve his game or modify his game or sacrifice for a team, he's not on that, right? I feel like Ja Morant will literally do whatever to win.
He's like that, yeah.
I've seen it already.
Like he's getting better.
Yes, I've seen it already with this just random group of guys. Like, who is a Desmond Bane? No one was talking about Desmond Bane like that before the season. Respectfully, Jaren Jackson Jr., like, who are you? Like, these guys should not be this good.
Right. So he's overachieving with the players and the squad that he's got.
Nah, he's getting them to believe.
He's the guy taking them over the top currently.
Yeah. I mean, I think in terms of them winning a championship, they're going to need more talent. They're looking at talent.
No, when I say over the top, I'm talking about in terms of like making it to the playoffs. Because you made the point when you always slander Luka Doncic, and you're like, he needs to go and do what Trae Young did with the Hawks last season and helped them win a playoff series and get them to wherever they finished, the second round or the conference finals. I'm just asking you, but go on, carry on, Peter. That's what I mean when I say taking over the top. One sec, Timo.
In the bubble, right? They lost the play-in game against the Blazers, but he got them to that point. No one thought that Grizzlies team was winning more than 30 games that season, right? So he got them to a play-in scenario. Last year, he got them to the playoffs via the play-in tournament. He went to Oracle and beat Steph's team in a winner-take-all game for the 8th seed. They won a game in the playoffs. Granted, Donovan Mitchell didn't play, whatever you want to say, cool, but like they did go on the road and win an actual playoff game. So you've seen progression. And most of these guys who are in the building have been in the building for a few years. They've been working together. There's no excuses. There's no crying. There's no, we need this, and that. It's just we're going to put our heads down, we're going to play, and we're going to get better, and we're probably going to beat you. And like that's rare to see from such a young team with a young leader.
When they're like, let's just get on with it and do what we got to do.
Yes. Like, let's take the Thunder, for example, a decade ago. They had all this talent. You had Serge Ibaka, you had James Harden, you had Russ, and you had Kevin Durant.
Jeez.
And ultimately, they couldn't get to the promised land. The Grizzlies have maybe half the talent if you melt it down.
Hmm.
And they're probably going to get just as far as the Thunder did, with the exception of maybe a finals appearance. Like, at least like this. That's the thing. Like, and the Grizzlies have draft picks and stuff that they can trade to get better.
So
There's a route for the Grizzlies to get better. Like, the Lakers pick this year is probably going to the Grizzlies. Because of one of the trades they did. I think it's the AD trade. Something like that. So while the Lakers have no first-round picks, the Grizzlies will have 2. So we'll see. Granted, the Lakers have never been a team that really like builds and sustains teams through drafts.
Right.
So like they'll figure it out, but like the Grizzlies have a way to continue to get better. If the Lakers suck so bad and completely bottom out, their pick goes to the Pelicans. It doesn't go to the Grizzlies, but it's not protected at all. So yeah, like it's from a Lakers perspective, shit, I don't know.
We mortgaged all that for 17.
Who messed up with my Wi-Fi? Fucking hell.
Yeah, hold that. Hold that. No DMs.
I had to restart my laptop. I had to restart my TV. What's going on here?
No DMs for you, man.
Yeah, your DMs can rest from. Jesus Christ.
Mwanga, you're saying his pops plays a part in it. Yes, if you guys are not aware, look into the relationship Ja Morant and his dad have. In terms of his dad like molding him into like a professional basketball player.
Yeah.
Look into that. Like big respect to him for getting him to where he wants to be. I was so sad when we couldn't draft Ja Morant. I remember saying
you went for him?
No, so we were in the draft lottery because we sucked that year, right? But we ended up getting the 6th overall pick. And everybody knew Zion was going to be 1 and Ja Morant was going to be number 2. I wasn't even asking for the first pick. I was like, just give me pick number 2, and then we have our point guard until like 2035. We'll be all right. You know? And then we got 6. I was like, fuck. You know?
Do you remember who you drafted? Just out of interest.
That rep? I don't fucking remember. I can not even let me look
that
up.
asking.
Oh, that's how you know it was a bad pick. You would have remembered the good ones for sure.
Nah, I feel you. Like, it was probably bad.
Yeah.
Look it up.
I was just asking out of interest, that's all. Obviously, this is all learning for me, people. That's why I'm asking questions.
Yeah, we drafted fucking Jarrett Culver, man. Texas Tech.
I'm gonna go back to my notes. So I can see LeBron's gonna pass Karl Malone by the time we get.
Fam, what are you talking about? What are you on about? What are you talking about, yo? What does this have to do with what we are talking about?
Yeah, he's talking about.
Man said go to his, but that is the fact that it had nothing to do with the conversation we're having. This guy said, "Let me go to my notes." Why are you going to your notes? Well, this guy is no context.
Taylor, yeah, the Suns drafted. Is this
true?
Aiden. And I guess there was like some type of European beef between that coach and.
Yeah, so we had a different coach at the time. Also, like, to be fair, I don't hate the Ayton pick. Like, we need to understand, right? If we drafted Luka, there would be no Chris Paul. Luka and Booker would have been cool, but, like, I worry about us defensively in the backcourt. We would have been cool. We would have been good. We would have been exciting. I'm not saying that wouldn't have worked. And, like, Ayton hasn't really lived up to his potential to this point. But, like, at the end of the day, the reason we got to the NBA Finals last year was because of DeAndre Ayton. And, like, if we can get a ring this season or, like, sometime in the near future, because we can't compete without, like, a rim-running, defense-playing center with, like, soft touch around the rim. That's just something we need. We found a route to compete without a Luka Doncic on our team. Luka would have been great. But, like, we kind of solved that problem already. So I don't mind passing up on Luka too much. Like, if you would have said Trae Young, Luka, or Ayton at the time, I was like, give me Ayton. Like, Trae Young can't play defense. I just worry about like pairing Luka and Booker together with Booker at that stage in his career. And also, we didn't have the wing players we have now back then either. Like, there was a lot of holes on our team. It wasn't like we just needed a point guard, you know?
Because who the wing players you have now that you didn't have back then?
Like Bridges wasn't Bridges. Cam Johnson wasn't Cam Johnson. Jay Crowder wasn't on the team. Like they were all not on the team. And also, like I think we had Rubio at the time, which was like a solid placeholder, which I don't even mind. But yeah,
I'll be right back.
No stress, fam. It's all good. Hey, fair enough. The Star Sailor says here, Kawhi Leonard out of the court a couple of hours before tip-off, going through a shooting routine, playoffs in 5 weeks away. Ooh. Timo, my guy, my G. Thoughts on this, fam?
Told you. I told you. Thoughts.
Let me get my glasses.
Yeah, you get your glasses, fam, so you can see this clear.
I told you. He's coming back.
Yep. You in trouble. And that,
did I say he's coming back? Did I say
No. I'm just asking your thoughts on it. Yeah. That's all. Why you
good? That's great for them.
I am
asking your thoughts on this. That's all. That's it.
Good. But my concern is that is the fitness in it, fitness level. So
yeah, hold that. You're scared. I know you're scared.
I'm not scared.
To death. Because they're a good team with him back. Yeah. And you know this. And even with my limited basketball knowledge, I look at them and I go,
thank you. I've been saying this since January. Word on the street is that nigga's coming back. But here's the comment. Eddie can't believe it. He's pissed. I know he's pissed.
I want to get Eddie's thoughts on it as well. But yo, Jez, what are you telling me first and foremost? Are you good, my brother?
Yeah, I'm very good. LeBron's bold. But yeah, keep it moving.
Let's go. LeBron's bald. Let's go.
You know what? I'm gonna say it out loud here. Yeah, I'm gonna say it out loud here. LeBron James will overtake Karl Malone.
Forget all of that. I want to know your thoughts on this. What is your thoughts on Kawhi Leonard potentially coming back for the Clippers this season?
I'm not scared.
I never said you were scared. You won't see the Clippers anyway.
No, I said you're scared. You can't play them again because you're gonna lose.
I'm asking you, what do your thoughts on this? How does this change the Clippers' potential output this season?
This season, I don't,
because I think if you put Kawhi and PG in that team, they're not a much better side.
You know what we did actually? We traded Jarrett Culver for Cam Johnson and Dario Saric. That's what we did. So that's how Cam Johnson ended up on the team. So yeah,
and PG. Yeah. Yo, if you put PG and Kawhi in that team, they're a good side. Like, Eddie's my bro, and you don't like me saying this. Like, we've been in the trenches, but they're a very, to me, like I said, this is limited knowledge coming from me. When I look at the Clippers, and we've watched a lot of Clippers this season, more time whooping the Lakers' ass. I go, if you add PG and Kawhi to that, they're a very good side.
Star Sailor, they're both coming back.
Yeah, but can they go far?
One sec, Timo. Go on.
Paul George had the right elbow injury, right? He was filmed at Clippers practice over the weekend, so Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. He was filmed at the facility doing shooting stuff and doing shooting workouts. They're both coming back, both of them. My bold prediction, March 29th, we see them both.
Doing a watch-along that day. If they both back, we're doing a watch-along that day. 100%.
Like, you're not going to hear anything about Kawhi. You're not going to hear much. You're going to hear a lot more about Paul George. They're going to just drop in Kawhi. I'm telling
Sorry,
you.
that comment made me laugh, yo.
The reason they're being secretive about all this Kawhi shit is because Kawhi wants them to be secretive. Because I follow guys who are media credentialed for the Clippers. They've been in the building, sitting next to Jerry West, and the game's going on. They've been like picking people's brains. So yeah, like the gut feeling is they're coming back. Don't care what anyone says. Don't care like what Windhorse says, what Sham says. Like they're both coming back. Trust me. And they've been saying that since like December, January. Yeah,
because you've been on this for the longest. Like, man, I'm calling you Fabrizio Romano for the Clippers. I remember you saying this, that they're going to come back. They're a problem. With those two, are they better than the Jazz?
Oh, 100%. With one of them, they're better than the Jazz.
They're probably top 3 in the West.
With one of them, they're better than the Jazz.
If those two,
so this is so.
If they're both back and they're playing the Warriors, good night, Warriors. Good night.
So you're saying that the second best team, you think they're the second best team in the conference?
Yes.
Woo.
Like they're easily top 3, but
yeah.
Oh yes.
Yeah, the Warriors are not that good.
Oh yes, brother. Oh yes, brother.
Like, bro, do
I
you
hate to
see?
tell you this,
Yeah, I can't lie, disrespecting Steph Curry like that, man.
No,
This
Steph
is
Curry ain't
not
doing shit
disrespecting.
against
This
PG and
is
Kawhi.
not disrespecting him. This is literally just looking at the team, bro. Andrew Wiggins since the All-Star break sucks. Steph been eyed. Clay
Steph's
sucks.
shooting's been poor since he broke the record. Clay
Exactly,
hasn't been
right.
Clay since he came back. You're relying on
Clay not
Draymond
injured.
Green's back to hold up.
Exactly, bro. Like the team is not that good compared to the Clippers. If you have
Warriors
PG
started.
with Kawhi
The
there.
Warriors started 18-2. Since then, they're 25-20. Let's not act like this is the same Warriors team from the first 2 months of the season. It's not. It's just not. Warriors fans will tell you.
You can even tell the way they play. It's not they when they went on that run for the 18-2, you can tell okay they're like above nearly everyone. But now it's like you look at teams like fuck the Lakers can beat them if they actually play serious. It's crazy.
Bro, it's all fun and games. I'm telling you guys, when you see Kawhi out there,
I think you got disrespectful
cry.
with the Warriors. I can't
don't
lie.
say nobody told you either.
Okay then, Timo. Where do you rate them then? So you think the Suns and the Warriors are better than the Clippers? With PG and Kawhi, who else is better than it? With those two fit, who's better than the Clippers? So you got two. Who else in the West?
I got the West, the Suns and the Suns and the
outside of those two. So you have the Suns, you have the Warriors. Who else? I'm not even going to argue. I'm just want to see.
No,
where
only
you
the Suns
rate
and
them.
the Warriors. I'm literally.
You have them third.
I'm
So we're
literally
arguing second versus third.
putting
All right.
Clippers behind Warriors.
Okay, cool. So you're pretty similar then. So I'm not I'm actually paying attention. I'm not miles off then. When I said the Warriors are a problem with those two.
No, you're not. And like, I don't know. I know it's cool to shit on the Clippers. I get that, and like we don't. Deep down, people don't want them to come back.
I just think some people just disrespect Steph Curry, man. That's all.
No one
Disrespect to
disrespects
him.
Steph Curry. I'm telling you,
Disrespect to him.
you get the Clippers are three best players. It's gonna be a different team.
Exactly, like you see how the
Powell, Norman
Clippers
Powell,
perform.
Kawhi, and PG.
Yes, because they're all not playing right now.
Yeah,
Flores, you gotta see it this way. Like, is this Clippers team without them two still a playing team? I think so. But a lot of people I have seen on the internet where obviously caution takes some people to actually watch the game. They say like they ain't that good. They shouldn't be in the playing. Like when you look at the roster without them two, this team looks kind of media. I can't lie, but they're competitive. And then you add those two together. Like you don't want to play them, be bunted them, like Peter said. But in reality, we rate this team as just like they always go out in like an embarrassing way.
That's why I'm saying the Lakers are not getting to the playing tournament.
Oh, we know if they get the Clippers, they get knocked out. We know that.
Oh my god,
That's without question.
I'll be honest. I think the Clippers are getting seventh.
Which means they would play the
Warriors and
Warriors.
Grizzlies. Either one they're beating.
I want to get Eddie's thoughts on this when he's back. Need to get Eddie's thoughts on this when he is back. My guy, Edward, my brother.
Well, yeah. Be afraid, guys. Be afraid. Sound the alarm.
I'm looking forward to it. I ain't gonna lie, it's just entertainment. I looked at the team and I was like, they're still like competing and these players are missing. If you add these back, and I hear you lot talk about the Western Conference and even like everyone pretty much from the Warriors down, not being the greatest. Obviously, the Jazz are fourth. We just spoke on the Grizzlies and their deficiencies. Who else? The Nuggets. Am I missing anyone? The Mavs. What's that? And KD is goated, who switched teams. I ain't saying the Clippers win a ring. I ain't saying that. I'm just saying they're a good side, it seems, when you add back to what they already have. Because I think they're a good side now. And if you add those players back in, I'm like, surely they improve. But normally it's just Timo hating. That's all. Even he said they're the third best in the West, which must have been like swallowing fire for him. Isn't that right, Timo?
Yes.
You know, the funny thing as well is like even if you say they're the third best team behind the Warriors, but it's small margins right now. If you look at just based on like, because I know people said Clay, all the Warriors fans tried to tell me like, oh yeah, Clay's gonna come back, he's gonna do this, he's gonna do that, he's gonna be normal like he was like 2 years ago. But like, it's a long time of basketball that he missed.
It hasn't happened.
And I told them that he's not gonna come back immediately and just gonna go back to how he used to be. So that's why I think with those two back for the Clippers, I think they're better than the Warriors right now. So it's just that simple.
For the Warriors to beat the Clippers in like an ideal scenario, or even the Grizzlies for that matter, they need Clay and Wiggins to play better.
Yeah, I agree. And they need Draymond back.
And then need Draymond back playing like how he was. That's a lot of ifs, man.
3 big ifs. Yeah, I'd like to see a Clippers Warriors playoff series, 7-game series between the Clippers and that'd be fire.
That shit doesn't go 7 games, brothers.
Well, a potential 7 games. You know what I'm saying?
That's a smooth 6. The Warriors are out of here.
I just like to see it. I'm interested. High stake.
It'd be hilarious.
It'd be hilarious.
Clippers running a train on half the West as a 7 seed would be so funny.
And he says, Colzilla says, and Clay and Steve Kerr. So Fatal is waffling.
Hey, don't nobody care what Colzilla. I've been just hearing sassy. I just been hearing a lot of this nonsense. A lot of nonsense.
Let me ask you, Eddie. Then Eddie. Let me ask you. So if you give the Clippers their 3 best players, where do you rate them currently in the West? 2nd, 3rd, lower? Who do you think they're not better? Who do you think's better than the Clippers?
Suns.
Yeah.
Grizzlies.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's insane. That's peak Clippers hatred speaking through.
Yeah, let him finish. So you got the Suns, you got the Clippers. I didn't even go Warriors. Can't even go Warriors.
Can I go on?
Yeah, go on. Carry on.
Carry on.
Yeah. Carry on.
I can't even talk.
No.
You got the Suns. You got the Grizzlies.
He knows the Grizzlies part is cap.
Yeah, who else? Go on, keep going.
The Mavs.
Lying.
Pretty much every team not named the Dippers. Fuck them and fuck their whole organization.
We said the Mavs.
I don't care at all. I don't care. You can give them Jordan. I don't care.
Eddie's on first team. Oh, fuck them niggas.
Exactly. Thank you, Peter.
I respect it highly.
Eddie watched too much basketball to sit here on God's green internet and say that the Clippers are worse than the Grizzlies. I know he doesn't believe that.
He's a proper Laker, yo. I respect it.
He's watched too much basketball.
Get the hate out of your heart.
He's a proper Laker. I respect it.
How many times must I say I don't care?
The Grizzlies ahead of the full strength Clippers. Are you insane?
Yes.
Oh, they'd be out of here in 5.
PG will give me a 2-point. PG will give me a 2-point masterclass in the playoffs.
It don't matter. That's the one game they drop in the series. They win the other 4.
When they hit the most.
Mark my words. Clipper will not pass the first round.
Oh yeah, I said that just for Kozilla.
Yeah.
Clippers will not pass the first round.
Will the Lakers even get to the playoffs?
No, we know they're not, brothers. I hope they do though. Can you imagine Lakers Suns first round? Oh my god.
Oh my days.
I need for content creator purposes. I need the Lakers in the playoffs.
This might
so
be
Eddie, Timo, talk to whoever you got. Talk to whoever you need to because I need the Lakers.
Don't let us beat you like 10 times in a row across like seasons. Don't let it happen. Don't let it happen. Eddie's like, fuck.
No, I'm thinking how many games we could win.
The answer is 1. I'll give you a LeBron and AD game.
I'll get 2. We'll get 2.
No, I'll say 1.
We'll get 2.
You get that one. You get that one LeBron AD monster.
I would give you 2. I would give you 2 if you could shoot better from the outside.
Yes. You and I will have a discussion about the disrespectful profile photo, sir. This is uncalled for.
I can't even see what that is.
Just zoom in.
Unbelievable.
Yeah, one sec.
Give him his isolated picture because LeBron. It's gonna sound funny me saying this, but it's because LeBron had cramps. LeBron had cramps, so he had to get carried on.
That's funny. We ain't getting over Eddie saying everybody, the Clippers worse than everybody who's not named the Clippers. You know what I'm saying? That's what he said. And he never refers to them as the Clippers. Man calls them the Dippers consistently. You know what I'm saying?
I'm gonna send the photo.
People have to understand how much of a terrible franchise they actually are. Don't let these bells and whistles fool you. Don't let it.
Guys, none of that is relevant to the hypothetical presented.
Yes, it is.
All that.
Yes, it is.
None of that matters.
So they could make, with those 2 back, what we're saying is they could make the Western Conference Finals.
Okay, let's
I'll be real with you. if everyone came back and was like 90%, it would not shock me if they were in the finals. That being said, I feel like we would beat them just because like we have like continuity and experience, and like they're a new basketball team. So I think we would beat them. But like they're very talented, and like they have a lot of very good players, and they have a brilliant coach, which like the Warriors don't have. Grizzlies, I'm not gonna lie. Who is their coach? Is it the chubby white dude?
Yeah.
Does anybody
Oh,
know
you
anything about him?
You don't rate Steve Kerr?
Not like Ty Lue or Monty Williams. No.
No, that's
fair enough.
disrespect.
I'm just asking a question. I'm just asking.
Oh,
a question.
yes,
Hey,
it's
Flawless, I sent the photo in the group chat, by the way.
Yeah, let me check this out. Yeah, I'm gonna check it now.
Eddie, I don't think Steve Kerr's a better coach than Ty Lue.
Oh, come on, man.
I don't think he is.
Fucking hell.
I don't know. Steve Kerr be playing Damian Lee too much for me to rate him as a coach.
Hey,
That's
speaking
regular season status, bro. You can't create a 3-time championship team and say, "Oh, Ty Lue, he's the better coach."
Brother,
Can't do it.
give Ty Lue, Steph, and KD, and Draymond, and Clay, and
What?
the Knicks winning 3 rings. I'm sorry.
That's tough.
You're disrespecting Steve.
You,
Kerr.
like it's not the same Warriors team, man.
That's
Not the
tough.
same team.
Just
Steve
go
Kerr-
Of course. I'm not saying it's the same team, but I'm saying that 3 championships in 5 years is like.
I'm just talking off what I've seen him do this year with this group of players. I'm talking strictly from I've seen more from Ty Lue this year than I've seen from a Steve Kerr. And the thing is, a lot of Steve Kerr's talent
That's
isn't playing to its
ridiculous.
potential. Like, I'm sorry. If you guys think Steve Kerr is a better coach than Ty Lue, that's fine. I disagree with you. I don't think that's crazy. I don't think either way that's a crazy opinion, though. So that you give Steve Kerr this roster of Clippers players Ty Lue's had available to him this year, I promise you Steve Kerr has 25 wins. Promise you.
I don't know, man. I can't ride. And I fuck with T. Lue heavy. T. Lue is a hell of a coach. It's a sad thing that he's wasted his talent in a basement dwelling organization, so-called the Dippers. But at the end of the day, Steve Kerr realistically revolutionized offense in the NBA. He did. Because, again, Mark Jackson had that shit. Mark Jackson had this too now. But he wasn't
Mark
getting this
Jackson's
out
too
of
busy
it.
being a fake ass preacher boy and running stupid offense.
I'm just saying, so you got to give him some credit. And you got to give him enough credit to see that a Ty Lue, while he's okay, he's probably just like a tier below. Because
Yes.
we can't act like T. Lue is not having LeBron, then what? Then now PG and Kawhi. Like, he's getting handed as much talent as anybody else is out there. And he had a Kyrie. He had a
Bless you.
Kyrie when he only cared about basketball.
Eh,
I don't like. For me, it's like even having the continuity of trying to figure out how to work those two together, because something fucked it up. Because the idea of LeBron saying Kyrie leaving LeBron, and that just wrecking the entire thing they had going, like you can put that on the coach too. Maybe they were too busy catering to every demand LeBron had, and that's a part of the reason Kyrie felt the need to leave. But at least Kerr, like, his shit is working, and it works regardless of who's in there pretty much. Like, even when they suck, they at least have a style of play that'll make them competitive. Not like us. Like, we just win games off of talent alone. Our coaching ain't doing shit for us right now.
I agree. Yeah, fuck the Cavs, man.
I like what the Cavs are doing right now, though.
Talk about it, just go on before I get to this. Talk about the Cavs.
Nah, I just like the roster they're just building right now. I think they just got a couple good young players. They're getting like kind of the core ready. You know what I'm saying? I do think they need a lot more, but it looks promising. Is all I can say.
Let's go. Mikal Bridges for 3. My son.
Star Sailor says, PR, I heard Memphis might be moved to the Eastern Conference. Is that true?
I mean, like, why would Memphis let go of him? Like, he might, but like, why?
Oh boy, this convo's about to eat
When
it up.
when he read that, I thought he was talking about Memphis, the actual team, moving to the Eastern Conference.
No, the coach. What? Like, why would you let go of your coach if you're Memphis? What's wrong with the coach? You're not that talented yet. Like, stop getting too big for your boots.
Go on, Godzilla, state your case.
Yes, Godzilla, what are you saying, fam?
Yo, man.
You good?
What up, Cost? How you doing?
I'm there, man. I'm there. I was just listening. Thank you, Peter, for being actually objective here. You know these guys like Eddie, man. They're coming on here talking about franchise, McDonald's, all of this BS. We're not trying to hear none of this, my friend. We're talking about the here and the now. And your team sucks, bro. You have to understand this. So there's no point of hating on my team, talking about McDonald's, Burger King franchises and all of this. Who cares? We're talking about the here and the now.
Fuck them here and fuck them now. Fuck the difference forever.
No one talking about all of this, bro. No one talking about all of this. You know what I'm saying? So, you know what I'm saying? These
I don't care.
But yo, cuz
here, man.
You must be excited about, like, I don't know if you've seen the comment that someone pulled up saying that Kawhi he's supposedly practicing shooting today. So yeah, there we go. That's what it was. So I'm getting your gassed at the potential of him and PG potentially coming back late in the season, whether it's regular season or playoffs.
I've been saying this for months.
Yeah, man. Fabrizio Peter, man. You know what I'm saying?
Everybody's like, no, he's not coming back. I'm like, trust me, niggas. He's coming back.
But no, Clippers Twitter, yeah, teeing up. Like they were talking about how Reggie Jackson, he posted something on Twitter with like a laughing emoji, like a smiling emoji. And then people are talking about he's got some inside information. So
bro, the team all knows they're coming back. They're getting geared up to come back for the playoffs. Everybody knows.
And it makes the most sense if they have to as well, because bro, the Western Conference is so wide open. Like we have a legitimate chance of going to the final right now. So I think only the Suns staying out. The Suns are the biggest threat to us, and I think that game will go 7s. But I still think my team will edge it. We'll be close. We'll be tight, but it's a pick.
So you're saying between us. Suns Clippers Western Conference Finals.
Yeah,
I know Eddie's not winning. But yeah,
it can go either way.
Eddie will not be here for any of the streams. Oh my god.
Yeah, he won't be in it. If that's the picks, he'd be like, nah, fuck this.
Nah, I'll see you for the East games.
He'd be like, I'm Eastern Conference.
Please, no. I'll just have fun with the fucking loser. Carry on, boys. Please. That is true, actually. That is true. I love it. And then I'll wait for the next loser. So it's all good with me, bro.
Buck nasty, man.
Eddie will be doing like nervous laps around this place if he sees the Suns and the Clippers in the NBA Finals.
No, but both, you know, if we win the shit, both of these guys are pissed because Timo, he made a bet with me, and I have it clipped that he's going to shave his head on stream if we win a ring.
Is
and
that what
Eddie
he said?
To come on stream.
What did I say?
He did say that, and I have it clipped. And I have it clipped, by the way. And Eddie last stream said he's going to wear a Paul George top on this stream if we win a ring. So
I'll literally drive Eddie a Paul George top to do it too. I'll drive.
Hey,
I'll do it.
Hey, Timo, I ain't got Clippers, but we'll figure that shit out. I'll get some.
We're doing
You're a class act, Peter. You're a class act.
What did I say again? If
I'll literally, cause I live like 6 hours away from Eddie. I'll drive a Paul George top up to him and make him wear it.
Timo, you have to shave your head if we win a ring.
If you win the chip, yeah.
Yes.
Yo, you know what, Flawless? Your summer could actually be so bad. Like Chelsea could win the third European Cup. The Clippers or the Suns could win the NBA championship. And then you just like, if you do hand the channel over, and the Clippers win, I'll give half of it to you.
I don't mind the NBA. I don't mind the Clippers or the Suns, to be honest.
No, like Timo will be devastated. Like, oh my
Timo
god,
will be 100%.
We have 16 more rings than you. Won't even slap because they'll be defending champs, and the Lakers will be in the.
What are you talking about? We got 17 rings.
No, but that's the thing. Like, no one cares. No, like if the Clippers get one, like, it would just be so bad. Like, imagine Russell Westbrook shows up to LA and the Clippers get a championship. Like, he'd probably got to be number one for forever.
Taking a ring back to SoFi, man. Into it, man. Taking that ring back.
By the way, what's your installment play, man? You forgot to play the installment yet. I think
What do you mean, bro?
The
Man
Dipper
talking
still
about
got to
pay rent.
catch the LA Sparks. We're not worried.
Bro, we
The
beat the
Dipper
rent
can't
out of
even
you
catch
guys,
the
man.
LA Sparks. We're really
We
not
beat
worried.
the rent out of you guys. Reggie Jackson came
All
over.
right. Switching lanes from this. So, cuz hypothetically speaking, because someone mentioned it about the East, and we don't talk about the East because everyone supports someone on the West. From a Clippers perspective, what team would you not want to see in the conference finals? Who do you think? So, even if you think the Clippers would beat them, who's the team who you think causes most problems and will be most difficult for your team? With, let's say, Kawhi and PG are back.
It might be okay. Obviously, there's the obvious shots where it's Nets, 76ers, and the Bucks. But like an outside take for me, if they do even make it that far, I'd say the Cavs. They're a young, hungry team. They play big. We struggle against bigs a lot. Zubac, you know what I'm saying? He's either hit or miss. So and they play hard every game. So if the Cavs make it, like it'll be a very, very tough game for us stylistically.
You honestly think the world would allow a Dippers Cavs NBA Finals? Are you serious?
Cry more, bro.
Are you
Cry
serious?
more, man. Cry more.
Cry more.
Bro, listen, if you got a problem with that,
More,
tell
man.
LeBron James to pull his socks up, bro.
Hey, put it onto the universe. Put it into
I'm
the
not gonna lie.
Brother.
I'm not gonna lie. If we get to the finals and there's no Giannis on the other side, we've won.
All right, so I was gonna say that. Same to you then, Peter. Same for the question for the Suns and the Clippers as well.
It's not even the Bucks. It's Giannis. Like
It's
if
just
we
Giannis.
get Giannis
Okay.
in check, we win the championship last year.
Okay.
Like anyone else, bring it. I don't care. Like Nets.
All right. So who do you think's behind? So behind the Bucks, who do you reckon it is for the Suns? Who do
The
you
funny
reckon?
thing
Even
is,
if
I
you
think
think
the
you
Heat are the most likely team to get the Bucks out of here.
Okay.
I think the Heat are the most likely. I'm gonna beat Giannis because the Nets are a concept, right? The Sixers, like you're a new team, you're talented, but like I don't really think you're looking at Giannis and knocking him out. Like I just don't think so. Like funnily enough, the Heat are a team built to beat the Bucks. The Bulls, like ain't no team anchored by Vooch doing anything in the playoffs. I'm sorry. Like the Bulls are out in the first round. Vooch is food for the first decent big he plays. They're getting knocked out. Like
Yo, the Bulls are on fraud watch. I can't lie.
Like they lose to every good team they play.
Yeah, they do.
So the Cavs, I think it's just too early for them. The Celtics are a good team, but again, like, do I think the Celtics are beating Giannis? No fucking chance. So, like, really, like, what am I doing here?
Do you reckon it's so hypothetically for the Suns, the Bucks would be the most difficult? So, like, I'm not saying you don't. Anyways,
the Bucks have been Miami because they're just fucking annoying.
What do you mean?
Miami just shoot like 83s. They have hella teams that can play D. They're just annoying. They have so many guys on their team. I feel like they have 18 guys legit.
You know what it's like, bro? The Heat are it's like you have to play a bunch of pot bets, but they're actually talented. Some of them,
yes,
so like,
talented pot bets. That's basically what it is.
Just very annoying, bro. This is so dumb.
Talent, even Eddie's in agreement, so I know that's probably pretty accurate. Same to you, Peter, for the Clippers. Who do you think poses the most problems for them? Like two teams from the East. Who you reckon causes the most problems? Yeah.
Oh, Giannis, because Giannis is a unicorn, and
Giannis is just Giannis.
Yes,
and the Heat as well. Same two teams. Okay.
Like, show me a team that but to be honest, Kawhi is the best Giannis antidote. Kawhi and PJ Tucker are the best Giannis antidotes in existence.
The best what? Say that again. Sorry. Say that again.
The best Giannis antidotes in existence. Kawhi and PJ Tucker. So like, could I see one of them keeping Giannis in check enough to beat them? Yes. But like, do I think the Nets are beating the Clippers in a hypothetical finals? No way. There's no way. There's no way. Do I think the Sixers are beating the Clippers in a hypothetical? No way. There's just no way. Like Doc Rivers in a finals against his old team? No.
That.
Doc Rivers is getting washed. The thing about the Heat that I worry about is when things break down to like half court sets and like at the end of the shot clock, when you're not running good sets and getting wide open shots, who creates enough buckets on that team to score with the other teams that are going deep in the playoffs? And like if Jimmy Butler's not doing it, I don't think they have anyone who's going to do it like that. But I'd be interested to know what Eddie thinks about what I said.
I can't lie though. What's it called? But I swear Jimmy's been shooting horrible this season.
I don't care how well Jimmy shoots. I know that, I know how good he is.
Yeah,
If
I
that
know how
makes
good
any
he is,
sense.
but I don't think he's been like on form like that. If I'm not wrong, like I've not watched the Heat enough like to say like how Jimmy's been, but I can tell, like I can say that he's gonna be like an own team to play. Like this are like for me, it's gonna be the teams like Bucks and Heat. I don't really know about the rest. I think the Sixers gonna be frauds, to be honest. Like second round exit, in my opinion, might be even first round exit, depending who they play in. And then the Nets, it's just I don't know what's going on with them, to be honest. So
Yeah,
The Nets are in round one.
the Nets are pretty much putting up let's do this again next year kind of vibe for me.
Yeah.
Like
Yup.
no matter who you get across that finish line, like it's not going to be enough time to have enough basketball time together for them to like make reads with each other and understand who's going to be where on defense. So if they play a Miami, I could see Miami winning in like 6. And that's tough because I think, okay, well, Miami has nothing like Kevin Durant. Miami has nothing like Kyrie Irving or even a Ben Simmons. But what they do have is teamwork. And, like, that's at some points in, like, some series you can get away with that. Especially if the team you're playing against isn't really that much of a team, just a collection of individuals.
Yep, and they got a coaching advantage too. Major advantage.
Yeah, Spoelstra, for what it's worth, Spoelstra's like top 3 coaches in the league, like right now.
Yeah.
So he's getting the most out of Bam and Jimmy, Tyler Hero, all those guys who are good NBA players, but they're not like all-star, except for Jimmy. Jimmy's an all-star level player, playing like an all-NBA type player, but he's playing above his means, if you get what I'm saying.
Yep.
So yeah, I would say I still have faith in Milwaukee because of Giannis and Chris Middleton and Drew Holiday. And they won it, so they know what it takes more than a lot of the other teams that are in the Eastern Conference. The Western Conference, look, realistically speaking, the highest seed the Dippers can get to is 7.
Mm-hmm.
Meaning they win the first playing game and they get the 7th seed, and then that would put them with Golden State. So you're talking about, okay.
It might be Memphis.
Or excuse me, yes, Memphis. So it's Memphis, right?
Yeah.
So you're going to have to deal with Ja. You have a Kawhi for that. You don't have a PG because, in all honesty, Memphis is playing above their weight class. Like, let's keep it a buck. Like, the players they do have on the court, they're good. But again, the thing Memphis has going for it too is teamwork, continuity, all NBA level talent, and a bunch of complementary pieces with him. So again, I'm never gonna pick the Dippers to do anything successful. So they're second round at best. At best, and that's saying a lot. Like, you guys are good enough to actually beat the Warriors. Like, you really think you're good enough to beat the Warriors? Be honest with yourself.
I do. Yeah. I think they are.
Jesus. We whooped their ass before. But this season, my friend. What are you talking about?
Oh, you want a regular season game?
I think they are because
you want a regular season game? Coach
Wiggins and Clay aren't playing at the level like we anticipated or expect of either of them. Like, unless they play better and Draymond comes back looking like Draymond, I don't see how they get past the Clippers. Like,
I have more faith in Draymond coming back and doing what he needs to do than Kawhi and PG. And again, we're talking about a new team, right? We're talking about a new team.
Yeah.
Even when they were healthy, they beat the Mavericks, lost all those games at the crib, had to win games on the road against Luka, gave Luka everything he wanted. So, again, the belief in this team for me is out of nowhere. Because they've had these guys for how many years and they've never put it together. I can make the argument they only went to the Western Conference finals through circumstance. But hey,
How? The hell is this?
hey, listen. I said I could. I could. I don't want to make this into. I don't want to make this into a history lesson, though. I'll make it a history lesson when I want to make it a history
What
lesson.
circumstance? Wait, what
Lying through your
circumstance?
teeth, man.
Man said, what the hell is this? Yeah, I respect. You know what? Eddie is a proper Laker, yo. He is a
He's a
Laker
proper
through and through.
hater, man. That's what he is.
Yeah. He's a proper. That's the Lakers hate the Clippers.
I just keep it a buck. See, the thing with Kozilla is he's a Dipper fan. So he has this unrealistic expectation of his team being successful when it matters most. And through their own history, they've always shown us when it matters most, they just wilt. They just fade away. So he just needs to learn to listen to what I'm telling you, because I'm actually looking out for him. I don't want him to live with the disappointment every year that we all know is coming to him. I'm like, yo, just relax a little bit, brother. The L will come.
Changing, man.
I'm just trying to help you out, brother. The L will come, and then everything will be okay. Everything will be okay.
You know what I'm saying? Tradition and trends, you can put that in the bin because your team is not 500 right now. So we're gonna have to hold that one, number one. And number two,
I will.
We've broken that curse. We've broken that curse.
I will.
Here we go.
We made out the second round last year. We made it. We got to the Western Conference Final.
That is progress.
We were favorites to win if Kawhi didn't get injured. So I don't know what you're talking about, my friend. We don't. You know what I'm saying? You're
what do you mean?
Your teeth at the moment. We were favorites to win.
All I said was I'm preparing you for the disappointment of doing what your team never does. Like they never win the champ. They've never won a championship.
As
I'm just letting you know, there's not much in your grasp right now to change that.
But
a healthy Kawhi. Hold on. I'll let you. Hold on. Because I've been called. I was name called. I was called a hater. And I'd like to represent myself with such an accusation.
Eddie knows he's hating. Like I don't know why he's trying to push back on him.
That's all right. We know he's hating. We go let it go.
Again, I told you have to beat the Warriors. You have to beat. We have to beat the Grizzlies and the Warriors, whichever way. You have to beat those two teams back to back.
All right. Hypothetically, if they beat the Grizzlies, sorry to cut you off, the Grizzlies or the Warriors. Who's the potential after that? Potential opponents?
It'll be the Suns.
With the standards. It'll be the Sun. What? Be the Suns straight after?
Be the Suns straight after.
No. So in the first round, they play.
Yeah, would it not be a second round?
Yeah, so I said either way, they have to play the Warriors and the.
No, so say it's the Warriors, so it could be the Warriors or Grizzlies either or. I'm asking who the other two in terms of the bracket. So I'm saying potentially
it would be the Suns or the Mavericks probably, or whoever wins out of the Mavericks and the Nuggets.
Okay, so it's the Mavs or Nuggets. Go on, carry on. Say what you're saying. I was just asking our interest going.
Or no, excuse me, the Mavericks and the Jazz. So whoever wins out of that one would play the Suns, and that's
neither of those teams, so it doesn't matter.
Exactly, that's what I was getting at.
But yeah, go on, carry on, Eddie, because you wanted to reply to the serious accusation.
The serious accusation of me being a hater. I'm just keeping it real for a friend, like a brother. I'm trying to tell you, bro, you don't do these things, so just stop doing it every year. And just accept the level that you have, which is like now that you've established the Western Conference Final. Yeah, it's over with. They don't have it. You can't sit here and tell me for real, like PG Kawhi, get it going like that. You're playing championship level basketball. Something that tell him, Eddie. Tell him. Something that players on your team, Paul George included, have no idea about. Kawhi. Ooh, let me not even dig into Kawhi's I'm not doing it. I'm not doing it.
Go on, please.
I'm not doing it.
My ears are
because
open,
again, he got his first championship with who? Popovich. He got his second championship against Steph Curry and who else?
Bro, listen, this guy's stumbling at the moment.
Steph Curry, who else? I'm asking a question.
Let me answer your question then. Did
Steph Curry and who else? Who does Steph Curry have game 6? Who does Steph Curry have game? Who the Warriors win that NBA? Clay?
Hold on.
Yeah,
who else? Was KD playing?
Hold on.
KD playing?
Wait. Draymond was playing. Was Draymond not playing?
Draymond was playing.
Okay, cool. So what you're saying is the Warriors need KD to beat a Raptors team with Kawhi as their best player. Is this what we're doing?
Is Kawhi not a nice player?
He is, but you're saying
hold on.
Hold on. Can I finish? What I'm saying
again, all right, man, I'm gonna let you go.
What I'm saying is that team that you're talking about went 73-9. That's the best ever regular season record we've ever seen. And you're telling me that team needed KD to beat Pascal Siakam, Kyle Lowry, Ibaka, Danny Green, and Kawhi Leonard. Have you lost your mind?
Marc Gasol. So again, you're gonna disrespect the Raptors to use your Kawhi agenda. I respect it, but
No,
it's
it's not
inaccurate.
this man. Like, come on, like the
Again,
Raptors.
Bro,
The Raptors have had good times.
KD played 15 minutes, tore his Achilles, and you people almost wrecked it with just Clay and Draymond alone. So again, we gonna find out what is Kawhi really worth. We gonna find out.
Okay, cool.
Okay,
Let
because
me
to
rebuttal your
everybody's
first
credit,
point.
again.
You're being very disingenuous.
No, I'm not.
Very disingenuous.
I'm keeping
very
it a buck. What
disingenuous.
you mean? I'm
You're
keeping
not.
it a
You're
buck.
really not. Because what you
I'm doing that.
failed to say
I'm
is,
right here with it. I'm right here with it.
What you failed
I'm
to
right
say
here with
is
it.
that first finals appearance for Kawhi, you just said he was under Popovich, but you didn't say Kawhi Leonard got finals MVP that season. So this is what I'm
Do
saying.
you think that's
He was
him or system?
No.
Be honest with yourself.
He was the best player on San Antonio. He was the best player in San Antonio. And number two, again, you want to know how you're being disingenuous again? Is you're saying that that the Golden State Warriors, a team that's won championships upon championships without KD, needed KD to beat this team with Kawhi Leonard as their main star. Bro, what are you doing here?
What was the makeup of that Warriors team? Because that's where I'm having an issue with what you're saying. The makeup of that Warriors team was 4 All-Stars and a bunch of bums. That was that Warriors team. So you take away KD, who's about $40 million. Relax, bro. I'm not saying anything that's crazy. I'm giving you my actual reasonable opinion on this. You have to do a lot to win a championship, and you want to put that on these guys playing 3 weeks of basketball together. Who does that? What team has done that? What team has ever just put a team together at the back end of a season and smoked actual teams who have built themselves to the last 82 games?
The thing is, Paul George and Kawhi have been in the building for 2 years, though.
Have they played meaningful basketball together?
Yes, to say they haven't is just not true. Yes.
What playoff series?
I mean, they beat Dallas together, right? I mean, Kawhi got hurt towards the end of that. They beat Dallas in the bubble. They lost to Denver in the bubble, right? Like, so Kawhi's really missed one playoff series because he tore his ACL. Essentially, they've only been, this is their third year together.
This is what I'm saying. And you have teams who have actually done it together for those 3 years that they've been spotty.
I mean, like, the Grizzlies are kind of a new team. Like, I guess. I just think they're way more talented than the Grizzlies. And I think they're a better coach and a better team top to bottom than the Warriors. But I don't think that's crazy. Like, this Warriors team is not the same Warriors team that was in the trenches 3 years ago. It's not the same at all.
This Warriors team will beat this Dipper team in 6 games at the most.
All right, we'll see.
I think. See, that's the thing is, I don't think it's crazy.
Let Jess go 1 sec. Go on, Jess.
I don't think it's crazy to say that in a series, Warriors versus the Clippers with PG and Kawhi being back. I don't think it's crazy to say that the Warriors couldn't beat them. Like, I think but I do think it's more open. Like, it's not as like people would say, oh yeah, the Warriors gonna do this to that to the Clippers with PG just only coming back. Kawhi been off for so long, it's gonna be easy for the Warriors. No, I think them two, and also with the way the Clippers, the team this season has been playing, I've been impressed with them this season. I do think that would give them actually a game, and I would actually slightly favor the Clippers to actually beat them. I wouldn't favor them a lot, but slightly more, to be honest. Like, I don't think the Warriors team is that good as people trying to say this.
Oh no.
Go on, Cuz. What was you gonna say?
No, listen, I'm just saying, let's agree to disagree because Eddie's being very disingenuous and he wants to discredit Kawhi at any
No,
given
man.
minute. But listen, no. Hold on. Let me finish.
You can't say let's agree to
Let me finish, bro.
disagree and then say I'm being
Hold on.
disingenuous, bro.
No.
I'm
Let me just
telling
finish my
you
point.
how I feel. I can't be disingenuous
Bro.
and we're gonna agree to disagree.
No, this is my opinion. You don't have to agree with it. That's my point. Let's agree to disagree. What I'm saying is you're being very disingenuous, and I understand that. You're a Lakers
I'm
fan. Your
not
team is
being
on the 5.
disingenuous, bro.
Hold on.
Just relax on that whole
Hold on.
disingenuous word. That's it.
Hold on. Okay, cool. I'm just gonna say how it is. You're capping then. You're capping. Number one.
God,
Number two.
this guy.
This is coming out of a place of hate because your team sucks at the moment, and this isn't. You know what I'm saying? If my team sucked at the moment, I'd be in the same place as you are, and that's be absolutely negative. And I hate.
I would hear Eddie. I would hear your point more if Ty Lue wasn't on the bench for the last 3 years, or if Kawhi and PG were like in a Kyrie and Ben Simmons situation.
I have yet to see those two put it together, and I have yet to be impressed by anything they've so currently done in the playoffs. That's Paul George and Kawhi included. So again, I have a lack in faith in them as basketball players. If you guys had spoken to me even before this outside of the stream, even my homies will tell you, bro, I don't have much faith in Kawhi as one of the top 3 players in the league if he had to match up. I really don't. That's just me though, right? So that's my opinion. So again, Cole, you can have your opinion. I can have mine. I can say your opinion is full of shit, and you can say mine is disingenuous if you want to play that game. But I'm not going to say that. I'm just going to say you got a difference of opinion. That's it. I just don't think – I think you're a fan of your team. I'm a fan of mine. I could care less. I'm disappointed, yes, but again, whether you want to – you don't want me to say – I've seen my team win championships, bro. I'm not –
down.
What's up?
Oh no, Bridges is down. Oh no, everybody stop. Oh no, the lights went out too. What the hell? The lights are back. He's limping to the bench.
What happened? Twisted his ankle or ankle?
Yeah. The lights.
Yeah, that's the other. Again, injuries. I have to say, injuries are going to decide a whole lot of what goes where. That's been the last couple of finals. Injuries have played a part in people getting where they needed to go. So
all of them low key.
Yeah, we can't even projecting is until we actually see the games being played. We can talk about the seeding, of course, but
who's this 2K generated player? Oh my days, who is that? Wait, who's number 5 for the Bucks? I just want to know who is that.
Number 5, I have no idea.
Nah, I'm obviously Thunder's are playing right now. I'm watching that game right now. Oh, Serge Ibaka still plays basketball. I thought this back was pro.
Here we go. Time to shine in the court. Large up everyone that's locked. Yo, make sure you hit the like button if you are locked in. Hit the like button, people. Subscribe to the channel. Where else do you get this great content at this time, depending on where you are? You might be in the UK. You might be in the US. You might be elsewhere. You might be somewhere in Europe. You could be somewhere in Asia. Wherever you're at, the Caribbean, Africa, large up to wherever you are locked in from. Appreciate it. Time to shine says, what if they finish the 8th seed, Peter? You're gonna be shocked if that's a first round matchup if they're back.
Oh, I'm praying to God they beat the Timberwolves. I'm not trying to play them in the first round. Give me the Timberwolves.
Okay. Fair dues. Jermaine Smith saying if Kawhi and PG were healthy this year, the Clippers would beat the Suns. KD is goal. It says the Clippers have a chance against the Warriors if they played this year with Kawhi and PG, but they still won't beat the Suns. Star Sailor says, Eddie, you're underestimating Ty Lue. Toronto with DeMar with the number 1 seed. Let's not forget that, says Harris.
I mean, they weren't doing shit though during that time though. It was all fun and it was all good. It was all good with Kyle Lowry, DeMar, but they would get their ass whooped every time by LeBron. So
the fact that KD is going trying to cap for the trying to put on for the Lakers when he switched teams halfway during the game, which they won, is crazy. Guy switched from Russell Westbrook is going to KD is going during the game. The Lakers won that match. They actually won. They actually won.
Yeah,
I'm
they
saying.
won. He switched when they were down like 15, and they won.
Yeah, and they won.
Hey, they scored was the next game they lost, so they knew he saw the future.
Mazel.
No, but I
So
can't lie though.
crazy.
That Kawhi's Raptors team. I can't lie. I wasn't rating this team to even make the final or even get close to it. So I do think it's kind of impressive of them even being there. I can't even lie, man.
Injuries does play a big part
Bridges
of
is
it.
in,
No,
so
but
false alarm.
that's my point, Jez. That's my point, Jez. When Eddie said, "Oh, this was a lot of consensus." Everyone was saying, "Oh, this team may not make the finals. This team may not make the finals." But then when he's coming on and saying, "Oh, but the Warriors didn't have KD," bro, without KD, I'm expecting this team to beat the Raptors.
But that's on you, bro. If you looked at that Warriors team and thought that the Raptors didn't have talent around Kawhi and Kawhi was just out there playing with bums, I don't know what to tell you because you made it sound like the guys he was playing with were bums. And that was not the case. I think Nick Nurse had won how many games? We've seen Nick Nurse as a hell of a
You were
coach.
doing like 57 wins that year or something.
Yeah, they were
like
in regular
nice.
season.
They were a nice squad, and they accentuated what Kawhi does well. Right?
But you know what
Again, the
They
Warriors
just brought
came.
Kawhi in, and they had Kawhi be a better version of DeRozan, and they won. That's literally it.
That's it. That's his level. He's a better version of DeRozan, but that's not fucking KD or anybody else that they'd have to staff even. Like,
Bruh.
he's not that level of a player.
People in the comments,
He is,
people in
bro.
the comments
He
of
is.
this
This
Kawhi
is
shoot
cap,
around
man.
video are fucking freaking out. I told all of you.
This is just cap.
I told all of
It's
you.
not cap. It's
Eddie,
my
Eddie,
opinion, bro.
Eddie,
It's
bro.
my
No,
opinion.
okay,
bro.
cool. Yeah, cool. It is your opinion, but what I'm saying,
Yeah.
in my opinion, if I want to do this,
Hey, opinion type.
I can tell you, and there's a guys in the panel that will agree with me on this point, is that Kawhi Leonard is a better postseason performer than Steph Curry, and I've made this point how many times? It's not like I haven't made this point already. I've made this point.
Yo, Jay Crowder hitting step backs. Let's go.
Yeah, this is what I do. We're gonna talk about something else, bro. Because the fact that you went there, I couldn't even.
I mean,
that's a good discussion. Go on, Jez.
I mean, I don't want to see. I don't because my mind is not really that there right now, so can't really recall it again. But when it comes to just postseason performances, I do remember a lot more Kawhi moments. Because the thing with Steph is Steph always had like a crazy good team around him. You had Clay at his prime, Draymond at his prime, and then you had KD. Where like Kawhi most of the time, other than obviously his Spurs team where he was with Tim Duncan, Ginobili, and Park and order. Maybe you look at it like he had to with the Spurs team. He was before he left. He was doing his thing still. You can't lie, bro. And even with the Raptors, he was doing his thing as well. Like you can't forget that shot that he made. Because I personally felt if he didn't make the shot, I swear this game was going to overtime as well. They would have probably lost in the overtime as well. So I can't lie. You can't disrespect what Kawhi's been doing in the playoffs still. Like, this is just my honest opinion on him.
Yo, Crowder hitting threes. Let's go.
I just seen it said the Grizzlies tied for second most first half points in the history. All right.
I believe it. Pelicans be
Third
playing
quarter's
fucking defense.
Has tip back off.
They be playing
77-58.
not tonight defense. I feel enough. The way they blew that game in Denver was a fucking disgrace. Damn it, for three? Nah.
It'll be interesting, man. Like I say, I'd love to see Lakers Clippers playing game. It'd be fantastic.
The thing is, a lot of this Clippers hypothetical, everybody in the comments, you need to remember, this is predicated upon both of them actually coming back and playing, which I firmly believe in, but which has not been substantiated by anybody official. So to this point, it's kind of just a conspiracy theory I've been on for a few months. Because Kawhi, so one of the doctor who did his surgery and then the place where he did a few of his like rehab check-in appointments, guy I went to school with that played on the basketball team at my school that now works at the front desk of that place. But he's talked to Kawhi a few times about it. And he said like Kawhi was always like, if I can come back and physically play, then I'll play. It's not like a sitting out thing for being scared kind of shit. Because it's not like an Achilles, it's an ACL. Like ACL surgeries now are like cash money. It's not ACL surgeries of 20 years ago. Like if he got injured like that in 2000, his career would be over. Like we see athletes come back from these and do like reasonably okay.
Yeah, it's an interesting hypothetical. That's what we're here for. Is to talk about these things. 100%. And it'd be great to see. You want to see all the best players fit.
Well, honestly, if they even get a Paul George, I think they're beating the Grizzlies. If it's just Paul George, I think they're going down against the Warriors. But like, I like the Grizzlies. I respect them. I love seeing young teams grow. I think that's dope. But like, they
They ready.
Yeah, not yet. Like, not yet. I think they need more talent. Like, Desmond Bane can't be your second best offensive player. Not if you're trying to win a championship.
No,
And
fair
like,
enough.
I don't know. Maybe I'm being a little bit harsh on the Grizzlies. But like,
I think it's a fair assessment that you're doing the Christie stuff, because I feel like nobody was expecting them to be kind of like the way they're playing right now. Like,
bro, when we did our preview, no one talked about Grizzlies for top 4. That's a great layup by John Morant.
Yeah, that's cold.
No one mentioned the Grizzlies for top 4.
I need to go back and watch that show, actually. I need to
My
go back
top
and
4
watch that show.
teams were the Suns, the Clippers, the Lakers, and the Warriors.
Really?
Yes. Because I said the Lakers were a respectful second-round exit. And
You
the
did say
chat
that.
acted like I shot somebody.
Of course.
Like, how dare you? I was like, bruh, let's be honest.
Exactly it.
We whooping your ass if we play you in the playoffs. Like, no, you're not. We have Westbrook.
Little did I know.
Yep.
Little did I know.
Someone
It's
said
like,
Brooks
bro.
Brothers.
Oh, and that's what I was gonna say. You know, it's been put out there. He might decline that player option.
Yo, if he declines the player option, the Lakers have caught life. I take back everything I said about them being fucked for the first.
But you know where he wants to
Wait.
go.
Wait, if who declines the player option?
If he declines that $47 million player option, goes straight
Who's
to
this?
free agency. Russ.
Westbrook.
Okay.
If that basically solves all the Lakers' issues short term.
But you know where he'd want to go.
The Clippers.
Exactly.
Why would wait? Why would he want to go to the Clippers?
He's on some revenge thing.
He doesn't
Exactly,
want
right.
to leave LA either.
Because Russ is that type of guy. Like, remember when KD left, he was making hella shots of KD. Like when 4th of July, him posting like pictures of cupcakes because that's what people were calling KD as a slander. So yeah, like Westbrook is.
That's what's wild, bro.
He's a petty guy. He's a petty guy. Like
that's what's wild to me, right? Like you was there when KD was getting called cupcake and shit, and actually was probably getting death threats as well. And
Russ being soft. Can we talk about that?
You gonna come out here and be like, yeah, calling me Westbrook is affecting my family.
Like,
Think
I'm gonna
about
be
my
real.
children.
I'll be real with you. Like, we need to understand there's a definite difference between death threats, personal shit, and going after a man's family over sports. Nobody on this panel and nobody with a functioning brain and any sort of half respectable platform would condone that. Obviously, that should go without saying. But Westbrook needs to stop acting like Westbrook is an insult on his family name. Like, it's sports. It's a social media era. You play for the Lakers. Like, at some level, like, my nigga play better.
I'm gonna say this shit right now.
What's up with the death threats then?
I'm gonna say it right now,
People
bro.
are sending
This
death
gonna
threats to
sound
his wife
crazy.
and stuff, and that's where I don't condone that. But like,
Yeah, draw the line there. That's way too far.
Because of what he thought of this man as a basketball player, I'm just happy Kobe ain't here to see this shit.
Yes,
Kobe respected him, bro.
Kobe fucking loved Westbrook, bro. Loved him. He said he had that mama mentality. You don't think motherfuckers sent death threats to Kobe, bro?
But not even that. Like, it goes without saying, like, death threats and all that are out of bounds. Like, we all agree with you. The thing I don't like is he's trying to brand Westbrook as like some like personal insult and like some slight against his family. Like,
and it's not.
That's not the context that people use it in. They don't call you Westbrook on Twitter.com to insult your family, bro. They call you Westbrook because you shoot 5 for 14.
Literally shot that shit.
Sometimes he shoots like 3 from 23. Like,
bro, you know what it is? It's like it's understand. For me, it's like it doesn't even need to be repeated that death threats are cross line. Of course they have, my thing is, are these motherfuckers like running up to your spot and telling you, I'm about to kill you? Or are you out here on social media reading bullshit?
Yeah, you searching for this shit.
Because it's like, I've seen Russell block people, bruh. Like, y'all know the block button. And that's maybe just how, and that's the other thing too. I'm like, bro, I grew up, I'm not going to date myself too much, but like, I grew up with MySpace, bro. That's when I knew an AIM. AOL instant messaging type shit.
Yep.
Like, I understood at a real point, like, this is just some words. And especially if I had millions, and I got a team and I got a budget for somebody to keep that thing on them legally, shit, try it. And if million motherfuckers try, I could care less.
Yeah, and the thing is, you're playing for the LA Lakers in the NBA. And you're one of the main players, and the team is performing poorly, and you're playing poorly. So, of course, you are going to receive criticism. Of course, on social media, you are going to receive nicknames. Like you said, you're called Westbrook because, like Peter said, you shoot 5 from 14, 6 for 20, 3 from 23, as YG said. Why are you surprised by this? I don't understand why he's shocked.
The thing is, it's not just that it happens. No, it's been like nearly his whole career, nearly that people kind of call him like that. Like, you got to consider, like, even commentators like Shaq, they're calling him Westbrook.
I feel like some people have to understand, like, you can banter all you want, like, you can say Westbrook, but there's a line to it. You never ever bring families into this.
No, this is the thing though. Like, I think everyone can agree that everyone with his right mind can agree that doing that to his family ain't the
that's the golden rule, Jez.
No, that's the golden rule. I agree with you.
But everybody knows that. Everybody knows that. That's a non-starting statement.
The issue is when he comes out and says stuff like he doesn't like when people call him Westbrook, but it's factual. You're pretty much shooting like bricks out there. This is the issue that people probably have right now. Like, but people are asking his family. I think nobody has a problem. No, I'm sorry. People have a problem with that. Like, you can't go to his family just because he performs.
No one's condoning idiots doing that. Like,
that's exactly.
Rushy, you said it right. Like, the Benson stuff. That's the social media era. Like, unfortunately, like, that's just part of it. Westbrook. Like, I don't know what to tell you. And like, as for all the stuff he reads on socials, like, and like whatever stuff he may get in real life, like, bro, no one condones the personal shit. No one does. But like, stop. Like, I'm not here for all this soliloquy on why Westbrook is a personal attack. Like, name calling did not start in sports when he started sucking for the Los Angeles Lakers. Like,
I'm sure he hears that when he's in this. I'm sorry to cut you off. I'm sure he hears that when he's on the court from the crowd. I'm sure he's been called Westbrook numerous times.
You know what's crazy? He's probably called a referee worse. He's probably called a referee worse on the court.
Let's not sit here and act like Russ has never called anybody a fucking pussy. Like, what's the difference?
Yeah.
Like, now we're like splitting hairs.
That's my thing. I've never, like, if I could go back in my head and remember one time during this whole season where Russ was like, you know what, my this shit has been unacceptable for me. Like, I'm gonna figure something out. Fam, it's just been a whole lot of nothing he been saying, dog. And then he got like this trying to get a sympathy vote. Ain't nobody really here trying to hear all that, bro. I'm gonna be keeping a buck with you.
No one's trying to hear sympathy calls when you're not taking accountability prior.
Facts.
If you're not gonna take the blame, don't expect me to feel sorry for you regardless of what happens. Not even factoring in Laker fans are more critical than the average fan base, right? Like, the success for them, they don't put up with this shit. This is the wrong fan base to appeal for sympathy to when you're not taking accountability. You're not gracing your presence. You're not gracing their presence by being on this team. They were successful without you. They'll be successful when you're gone. It's not that deep to them. Like, the harsh reality, Russ, is they don't have to care about you like that. And if you're not going to sit here and take accountability for being 28 and 36 and playing a role in that at least, because while I agree, some of the agenda on Russ has been unfair and everything's not his fault, I think the chief flaw in this team is roster construction, and no one forced him to sign that contract when he did. I agree with him there, but his play has just not been good enough. He's not performed to a point where you can say Russ is doing everything he can. The team just stinks. No, it's the team stinks, and Russ is not helping us.
You're a part of that.
You know,
it's like I'm not even talking about offense, right? I'm not even talking about him scoring the ball. I
Oh,
can
defensively, defensive
talk
problem.
about just defense with that dude, bro.
Go, talk about it, fam. Talk about
He
it.
literally falls asleep, like he spaces out.
Bro.
It's like he's watching the jumbotron while we're on defense, and his man is just going backdooring him. His man is crashing the glass for rebound. He's fighting on a pump fake for a guy who we all know can't shoot. These types of things, bro, are not related to anything that is offense related or even like, you know, outside the court. This is shit that he can control. Most coaches in basketball are like, if you play defense, you play smart, I'll find minutes for you to play. We're generally forced to play him this many minutes because we're paying him over $40 million. If he was somebody else, his ass would have been traded. It's just, that's how it is. Like, what other $40 million player do you hear is like, yeah, we've had ideas of bringing him off the bench?
Hey,
Top
The
seven.
funny thing is, was I did say I called it very early in the season. I said the Lakers might have to consider actually bringing him off the bench, and a lot of people told me it's crazy because he isn't that much money. He's a star player, it's Westbrook, but like just how bad it got because of how bad the team was built. It's crazy. It's crazy to me.
It's just weighs different. Like Peter said, like again, I had Kobe Bryant was the Laker for 20 years. And the most drama that was brought was the Kobe and Shaq shit. And out of Kobe and Shaq, 3 championships back to back to back.
Mm.
That was drama. Then he had a period where he loses. Then he gets Pau Gasol, who's like, he's an okay player, but he's not, he's a good piece. And you went back to back. That's what Lakers fans are holding their expectations to. And then Bron came in, to his credit, got a championship. You came in, we're 28 and 36, and you want to talk about how your family is hurting, bro? I'm just like, man, listen.
And adding the fact as well back to the interviews I've seen, because I watched a few of the interviews he's done, and the whole I don't care, I don't take it home with me. That's not good. And the whole thing when my man asked him like, I bet you what you envisioned, and he's like, what you telling me what I envisioned? It's like, you didn't envision this. Like, you know what my man's saying. You're just being awkward to be awkward. And it's not the interviewer's fault that where the Lakers are. That's on you and your team. That's legit. It's the whole I don't care. Like Peter said, I've never heard him. Maybe someone in the comments or one of you, man, say, I need to do better. My performances haven't been up to scratch. Some form of accountability.
And that's the other thing, bro. It's like you are adversarial with the media and then think the media is going to be with you when times get tough. You have legit made it you against the media. And to his credit, because I personally, like I said, with even the football punditry, I don't really enjoy like sports media all that much because I think everybody has an agenda or they're just chatting shit most of the time. So like I'm with him on like, yeah, the media has a part to play, but just play the role, bro. Like they're players like Kawhi. If you don't like the media, do what Kawhi does. Speak to them on a need-to-know basis and just keep it pushing. There's no need for attitude with those people because they're just going to use your words against you. That's what they do. They make narratives out of words. Like, that's what they're there for, bro. So, yeah, that's my thing on that dude, bro. Like,
hey, Jess, why are you sending that chat to the group chat, man?
This guy.
Again,
when was that, though?
Again, I'll say it again.
This was the preview.
You cannot appeal for sympathy if you are not the first person in line to take accountability. Yeah. You should never have to appeal for sympathy in general in any walk of life. If you're willing to take accountability and own your role in whatever has gone wrong, whether or not you're the person to be blamed or not, right? Like leaders step up and say, yo, my bad, even if they know it's not their bad, just so everyone can move on. You can draw a line under it and keep going. That's how it's done. You cannot go out there and say, it's not that deep to me, I have a family. That's cool. I'm sure Russ is a great dad. I'm sure he's a great person. I've never met the guy, but I'm sure he's cool. But, like, you need to understand, these are Laker fans. This is the Lakers. They don't care, and they should not have to care about these things. Let's not act like plenty of people have not been scrutinized in their day. It was not all love with every single person who had an extended role in the Lakers. Pau Gasol used to get it more than anyone, and he won back-to-back championships, and he used to get it. Like
Is this before? Is this before? Sorry to cut you off, because I don't know. Is this before he won the back-to-back championships, or like during?
The whole time. The whole time. Pau Gasol
Even though he was successful. So what was the reason behind it?
He was a two-time champion. We were calling him soft, bro.
Yes.
What was the reason behind it? So what was it? Was it his game?
He kind of was soft, but like Pau Gasol was very good, and like
KG dogged him out, bro. That's what it was.
KG dogged him out in a playoff series.
Yo, guys,
basically. What's up?
On that note, can you guys explain to me the player option with Ross Westbrook and you guys thinking he might come to my team? Because this is news from him, and I don't know what's going on.
That's purely like from a Russ perspective. The Clippers aren't gonna like sign him to any sort of significant deal. I don't see them.
He'd like to go there, is what you might have saying basically.
No, so the thing was like it's been said like he enjoyed LA is where he's from. He has never been able to drive his kids to school.
Yeah, he likes being in LA, but this Lakers shit is not working out. So that's the whole theory.
That's the whole thing with it.
I mean, do you guys think though the Clippers will take him on like a low contract?
No.
No, I'm telling you.
We ain't got no.
I'm telling you, bro. They want to.
I didn't know. Okay, fair enough.
Like again, it's that Southern California connection, Peter. That's what it is.
I guess it depends how low.
Oh no, it will be low. It will be low. It will be like when he'd wait for their mid-level exception type shit.
Because of course he could take that.
Yeah, that's what they're talking about, like low. It wouldn't be anything substantial.
Vet minimum.
Nah, not even that. They won't do that to him.
I don't think they would do that. It'd be like a mid-level exception. So
yeah, that's what it'd be. The mid-level exception he'd sign.
But this is what I'm talking about, because Russ has made enough money to win his career. If he still wants to continue play ball and he really wants to stay in LA, he might have to consider taking that much less money.
Look, that's the thing. Like it all boils down to like
the Clippers if they really want to.
I don't think Russ is opting out of this. I think he's opting in, and they're either agreeing to a buyout or they're finding a trade partner. Like a 3-team trade or whatever.
I don't.
I doubt. You know what the worst part is?
What?
No, for trade, no. There's no way they could trade anything.
We have Pelinka as a GM, and people I've come to firmly believe that people generally do not like that man when it comes to trading.
Yeah,
he just has since he's been here. A lot of spotty shit. Like even people give the LeBron thing was magic. Like
Kyrie Irving drops 50? No way.
So his roster construction is somewhat, it's weird at best. Because even last year, I don't know what the hell him and Vogel are cooking up, but that team didn't even sync up.
Mm-hmm.
That team at no point, they were just winning games off because they had a collection of talented people again. Like, we weren't a good team. And when Monty Williams, out coaches you that bad, it was bad.
Yeah, I just think he can't really build a team like that. I think he can get you maybe like that 1-2 superstars to LA, but with the LA pool, it makes sense. The
real problem is the Lakers went cheap when it came time to get a coach 3 years ago.
Yeah,
I heard
exactly.
That's the real problem here.
That's what I'm saying.
Folk is awful, bro. Like I've been saying that he's a big issue as well. I don't rate him.
And all the people who scouted like Lonzo, Brandon Ingram, all these Randall, Clarkson, like all these players, they got booted when Pelinka came in.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
So we don't even have the brain trust who got us all the talent for us to trade to get an AD. Oh, Ja tried it.
Yeah, Lakers just make terrible decisions and the Clippers capitalize. You guys could have signed Ty Lue, man.
Yo,
you could have signed Ty Lue.
The thing is with the Rambuses and Jeannie Buss, right? And everybody in charge of the Lakers.
Nah, bring back Grandpa, man. Bring back Grandpa.
He's not going back. He would have gone back already.
Bro, that's beef. There's beef with that.
Yeah,
Wait,
Ooh,
Have you seen the photo with grandpa linking
Yo,
up?
Bridges made the block to win the game. Well, to seal the game. They're up 3, and Franz Wagner tried to shoot a 3, and Bridges just rejected him, so the Suns won by
And
3.
that's another thing. We drafted fucking Franz Wagner instead of Mitchell Robinson.
Yo, I'm not gonna lie. If you guys had Mitchell Robinson right now, just like to anchor the team, like bullshit aside, you could like be farming out the superstars and be okay.
Man,
The problem is for the Lakers, right? Because theoretically, right, the way I see it, because Russ is opting in. Russ doesn't hate these niggas enough to forfeit $47 million. I don't care what he says. He can give me any passionate like rant about how his family is affected.
right,
That's $47 million.
right.
I got 47 million reasons for you to suck it up for another year. You know what I mean? Like that's a lot, guys. For context, that's $900,000 a week. That's like 700,000. That's like 680,000 pounds a week that Russ is making in his final deal on the final year on the Lakers, right? So for me, if you're going to trade away Russ, you're going to give up draft capital to entice a team to take him for that last year of that contract, right? Which is fine. But then I'm getting into either trading LeBron if he doesn't commit his future here, and he said recently he wants to, but I need to see that in contract form, or I'm trading AD to again get draft capital back, hopefully get some good pieces, and regain my flexibility. Because I don't know, unless you get like the perfect trade, just trading Russ, I don't know the pieces you can put next to LeBron and AD and keep with this group you have together and legitimately put yourself in a championship discussion next season. I think they'll be good. I think you'll be a playoff team if everybody's healthy. Like you'll be like a second round kind of team. Also, you need a new coach. Like if they had Ty Lue the whole time, I think you can get away with just giving up more assets to double down and trade Russ, get him out, and just run it back for another ring. I think you could.
If we had Ty Lue, honest to God's truth, I wouldn't even care about a draft pick. If I would just go for as many championships in this window and then lose.
Like it's one thing. It's one thing if you have the coach. Like the Warriors have Steve Kerr. I don't think he's the best coach, but I think he's good enough to win them championships. You're in the zone with those type of players. You trade whatever you have to do to reload to be chasing championships as much as you can, because you're never going to have a window again like this in your life. You're not, right? With like Monty Williams and the Suns, if we have to go into luxury tax, whatever. This is the best team we've ever had. I'm telling you right now. It's the best team I've ever seen the Suns have in my life of like watching this team. And it's not even that close. Like this team washes our 2010 team. This team washes our 04-05 team. This team washes the team that 3-1 the Lakers as well. This team washes all of them teams, right? We're playing without 3 of our 5 best players and we're still winning games. Like there's not many teams in the NBA that can say that, you know? So like when you have the coach and you have the system, like assets are cool, but like fuck that. Especially if you're a small market team. We're a ringless organization. Fuck that. We just need one. I'm not asking for 2 or 3. Just get me one this year, and then we'll figure this shit out. Like people like, I don't know if I'd pay Chris Paul. I'm like, you're a moron. We have no choice.
Honestly.
We have no choice. Like, oh, what if he gets injured? I'm like, well, then he gets injured. But like, we're not gonna dash Chris Paul out and find a better point guard to run our team. Like, this is what it is. I'm not going to point and say, hey, Chris Paul was injured, so that's why we didn't win a ring. I know the risk of signing Chris Paul to a 4-year deal at 37. I'm well aware. I'm here to tell you, we had no better options. It's a non-starting discussion. We had no choice. We got to the finals. You saw how much the team has grown. We have a team that was almost there. It took generational Giannis performances in 4 games to deny us a championship. That's why I'm telling you, if we could play to the level we played last year with a bit of experience and better depth at the big man position and our young players having improved, I think we'll win the championship. I don't think that's crazy. Will Giannis put on a Superman cape and stop us? Maybe. But like, hey, there's only so many people in the history of basketball that can do some shit like he did. You know, that's not normal shit. It's not like
Yeah,
the
you call him a
Suns.
unicorn.
Like it's not like the Suns didn't show up for the last 4 games. Like game 4, we should have won that shit. I mean, I'll go to my grave saying that. The last 6 minutes of offense was a disgrace, but like whatever. But like, it's not like we just rolled over and died after winning 2 games. We didn't do a Dallas in 06. Like game 3, they washed us. The final 3 games were pretty close. You know, like it is what it is. But it's just as far as like the Lakers, they're in a position where since you've got a bunch of minimum contracts and a THT contract that niggas don't want, you don't have tradable assets besides your stars, and you also need a new coach. Like the Lakers, unfortunately, are not as close to contending as most delusional Lakers fans would have you believe.
All right.
They're just not that close. Like if you had a coach and a system and it was just injuries, I would hear you. Like last year, AD and LeBron weren't healthy for most of the season, and that's why you were 7th seed in the first place. And like, yeah, AD got hurt in game 4. But what I don't like people saying is the Lakers are definitely winning that series if AD stayed healthy. Like Chris Paul couldn't raise his arm
That's
for 3
because
games.
feelings over fact. That's why at that time.
It is feelings over facts. Like people are acting like we were definitely getting washed. I don't think we were. But like AD getting hurt, you could just see like you guys have no chance now at all.
That's the thing. It's like when you talk about like the money on all stars and superstars, people tend to forget if you hadn't put that money in that one player, that's 2 other players who could play meaningful minutes for you.
Yep.
And so you subtract depth to give talent. And when that talent can't play and is not available, you see that all the time. And if you don't have a good system behind it, you're definitely going to see what exactly it is that the player brings to the table. So that's why Ja, I think what the Grizzlies kind of won, I think it was like 10 games with him not in the lineup.
They have a good thing going. Like they
They
have
got
a
a good thing
genuinely
going.
good team. Like they have replaceable pieces as well. Like for me, like Russ makes 47 mil, right?
Oh my
So
gosh.
Russ makes as much as Chris Paul, Jay Crowder, and
Hold
Cam
up, not Jay
Johnson.
Crowder.
I'm saying together.
Oh wow.
Chris
Yeah,
Paul,
What do you mean? What together? Like combined
like
points?
their
or
salaries together.
combined
salary.
salaries. Combined
Chris
salaries.
Paul's at 30, Jay Crowder's at 11, and Cam Johnson's at like 6. So that's
Right.
about
50?
47 million.
Yeah.
Or you're getting for Russ, we're getting for those 3. It's about like value with it. You know what I mean? Like, yes,
Nice.
we have a campaign who probably makes 3 or 4 million more than he should. We have a Dario Saric who makes 9 mil on a torn ACL. But
Man said sorry, you know.
we have a bunch of guys who are on pretty team-friendly deals and a bunch of replaceable guys. Like Ish Wainwright. You guys have never heard of him. He played a solid 15 minutes tonight off the bench. He hasn't really played for the last month. But no, I'm saying guys on my team. Like Ish Wainwright came in and was the 9th man in the rotation tonight. Yes, the Suns barely beat the Magic. You can laugh, but you took 3 of my 5 best players, and they won. And like at this point in the season, it's about just like finding ways to get wins. But this like the system is there. We played the Bucks on Sunday. We had no Book, we had no CP3, and we had no Cam Johnson. We were up 10 with like 14 minutes left. I knew we were going to lose. But I was like, you know what? I thought we were going to get washed, and we didn't. It was a 1-point game with 6 minutes left. We lost by 10 because they hit like their last 5 shots, and we missed like our last 5. So that sucks. But like when the core isn't there, and you can still see respectable performances, and you can still see consistent things, that's how you know you have a good team. KD went out from the Nets lineup. They could not buy wins to save their lives, right? Whenever LeBron is out of the Lakers lineup, the Lakers look like a completely non-competitive team, right? Even with LeBron in the lineup and KD in the lineup, these niggas still lose, right? But again, look at the coaches. I've got Vogel, I've got Steve Nash. Like, come on, guys. What are we doing here? It's just, and the way the rosters are set up, they have their stars and they have like minimum players. The Lakers have their stars and they have minimum players. And if you're going to have a bunch of minimum level players, you better hit on those. You better hit on those deals. Those better work out. Those guys better fit in. It's just a hard way to build a team in 2022. It's a hard way to do that.
Okay, fair enough, yeah. It's fair dues.
This
I
guy's
say
saying
it's just interesting hearing people's thoughts. Say again.
This guy's saying the Bucks on the Suns. We beat the Bucks by 30 like a month ago with everybody.
No, like again, that's the thing that we've been that Peter's
we
been
did watch
alluding
those
to.
niggas.
If you can go back and think back to the NBA Finals, in each one of the games that the Bucks won, Giannis probably did something extraordinary.
Yes, and that's why I'm not that mad that we lost. Like, it's sad, but I was like, well, he's doing some all-time shit. There's no
He had
like,
the if y'all look back at, I think it was what was it, game 5? Not maybe, I don't know what game it was, game 4 or something like that, where he has the block on DeAndre Ayton
yeah,
on alley-oop. People need to understand he's literally the only person alive who could have done that. The only person who had that level of agility and athleticism to be that reactive in that fraction of a time is Giannis. And that pretty much won them the game. And then he drops 55 in a finals game. That shit that Michael Jordan would get like the whole world bowing at his feet for. But now people just tend to act like, oh, it's okay. It was cute. It's 55 in a finals game. Made damn near every free throw he took. Right? And so that small gap in talent can be the difference between a team losing and winning a world championship. So how you make up that gap, I think Devin Booker got to be the guy going out there getting like 30 at least, bro.
honestly,
I know it's tough to say, but
I actually just went back and see just how many points he was scoring on. Like, he had 240+ games, a 150 game, and this was obviously the last game. Like, and
he had 240+ games in a 50-point game.
yeah.
Like, what do you?
And the 50-point game was in the last. The 50-point game was in the last game.
And the thing is, in those 4 games we lost, Devin Booker went for 40 in 2 of them.
Oh, see, I didn't know that.
We just lost. Like,
just lost.
He just lost. It's not like we curled up and died. That's not what happened.
When CP was struggling, I think I withdrew for a little bit, though. I do remember that.
Nah, he was struggling at the end of games. That's the thing. Like, Chris Paul, low-key, lost us the finals. Low-key. That fourth quarter, I'm going to my grave. We should have won that shit. And if we would have went 3-1 up, we would have won. Low-key. So, like, I resent Chris Paul a little bit for that. Like, but also, our backup big in the finals was Kaminsky because Sarge.
Yeah, because Sarge got hurt, and now you have. That's the interesting part. I think you get JaVale for that. We
got JaVale for this exact scenario.
Yeah,
and they went and they saw Bismack, and they're like, "Hey, Ayton's kind of like in and out of the lineup. Let's just get more bigs." People are like, we don't need to carry 3 centers. Like, yes, we do. Like, guys, what are you gonna do if we end up against the Bucks again? I don't want Kaminsky playing.
Yeah,
we'll lose again. Like, the 8 minutes a game he wasn't on the floor, we were like -10 a game in. It was so bad. And so it's like the Suns, like, you went and got depth at bigs, right? They went and got Shamet. Because say what you want about Shamet, he's played playoff minutes, right? He's a backup shooting guard you can put into the rotation. He hasn't played amazing this season off the bench, but like in the games he started that Booker's been out, I think Shamet's actually been very good in them. He's been averaging like 18 a game on like 45% shooting. So he's been very good in those games. Like, we need proven commodities that we can rely on in the playoffs. And we just need depth, man. Because if one person goes down, I don't want our season to be completely over. Like, we showed in the playoffs, in the Clippers series, we won a game without Chris Paul. Or we won 2 without Chris Paul. He didn't play the first 2 games, he had COVID. Right? Like, we need to not be – it needs to not be, hey, Chris Paul's not healthy, so you're never going to win. Because that was the narrative with Chris Paul getting hurt. We're now 4-3 without him. We play the Heat tomorrow, so we'll probably lose. But we play the Raptors and Lakers later this week, and we'll beat them. So we'll probably be 6-4 at the end of the week.
I don't even know how long has it been since AD's injuries. Anybody in the chat can let me know. I'd be dope.
I want to know. Oh, Timo, how long's it been out for?
Yo, Eddie, it was before All-Star break. So
Sorry, AD?
Yeah,
AD's injury.
Like 3 weeks?
He's been out a month, bro, because he got hurt in the Jazz game pre-All-Star break.
When's he back?
He says he's going to reevaluate it in like 5 weeks, so he should be reevaluated.
Dude is soft.
Probably around April, like 1st of April-ish.
He'll be back when you go through that Lakers winning run, fam. He'll be back to help out with that, innit? When you go on that 10-game winning streak, innit, Timo?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's
You know, the thing is here, actually, I do want to ask this as well. Like, if the Bucks do go to the final, is there actually a team that actually can beat them in the final? Like, if Giannis goes off like he did?
Oh, a team that's like Giannis proof?
Yeah, like, because I think most teams that are Giannis proof are on the East, in my opinion. I think, in my opinion, because I don't think the West teams have it in them to stop him like that.
Yo, shout out Campaign. He had 18 and 12 assists today. Let's go.
yeah.
I shit on my guy, but he had 18. DA had 21 and 19. Let's go.
And he went for that.
Yo, Shaman had 21 today. That's my guy.
You know what? I respect it. He went from Westbrook's dance partner to actually doing something.
Let's go. Yeah, Suns won by 3 against the Magic. Thank God we avoided supreme embarrassment. Booker's also out of health and safety protocols, so we're getting Booker back for Friday.
So Booker will play against the Lakers.
Oh yeah, I told you. Booker and Cam Johnson will be back by then.
I'm looking
So
forward
Timo,
to
you
that.
said Timo sat up here. Eddie, Timo sat up here and said the Lakers are beating the Suns on Sunday.
Shit.
Yep. Yep, I know.
He's shit. Like,
All right, Timo, we
disappointment.
rolling, bro. I'm not gonna say it, but I'm gonna support you, my brother. I'll be there for
Excuse
you.
me, I'm not hearing what.
Timo, you
Hey,
still think
what?
the Lakers are beating the Suns on Sunday?
Yeah.
All right.
The mountains are there to be climbed.
Exactly.
All right.
Exactly.
LeBron, I'll score you by 60 points.
LeBron-
Oh, yeah, he said, LeBron putting up 60 as well. That's what he said.
I can tell you this, yeah. LeBron is
These
7
are a
games
bunch of
away.
bitches or something.
No, hold on. LeBron is 7 games away from passing Karl Malone.
No one cares. No one cares.
He told us this. Like, we don't
No
care.
one cares.
I'm here to tell you right now, we don't care. We don't care.
Hey.
This guy, you
There's
keep saying
nobody-
this like we care. I don't care, fam. I'm saying
Hey,
what I do
Coolest, the
care
funny
about
thing
is
is,
what's going on.
But the thing is, even Lakers fans
By the
don't
way,
care.
FYI people in the chat, FYI in the chat, 36,720.
Oh, shit,
No
man.
one.
Yo, Jazz, go on. What is he
Yeah.
gonna say? What are you
Nah,
gonna
I
say,
said
Jazz?
even Lakers fans don't give a shit about that if they don't win it.
They want him to get some wins to get into the playoffs. That's what he wants. Don't finish 10th. That's what Lakers fans want. Don't get caught by the Pelicans, even though they're getting beat here.
Still in Pelicans.
Don't
I
worry, bro.
remember when he passed Michael Jordan and we were losing and people didn't even really like stand up and clap and shit during the game.
Because it's the Lakers. It's not some broke bitch franchise. Like, people need to understand. Lakers fans don't care, bro.
Because he passed Michael Jordan. Everybody's like, yeah, that's cool, bro. That's cool, bro.
That's cool. Help us win this game.
Yeah.
The fuck?
Oh,
The
my
Timo
God.
saying, yeah, LeBron putting up 60 against the Suns, you know.
I appreciate it, Timo. Timo's gonna speak it into existence.
LeBron
He
put
gonna
up-
be speaking. He gonna be speaking all this other shit into existence. Let's have somebody else give it a chance.
You know what? LeBron will put up a smooth like 35. He'll play well, but you're getting cooked. It's not going to matter.
Yeah.
Like, you guys need to understand, our team does not like your team, like legit.
No, trust
Is it from?
me.
Is it from the what was it? Was it a pose thing?
Playoff
that
series.
LeBron did?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
But he did the pose.
Remember when LeBron was posing on Crowder and fucking
Yeah.
Andre Drummond was posing on the bench like a dumbass?
And since then,
They haven't beat us since then.
Yeah,
They haven't
since
beat
then,
us
they
since
haven't beat them. Oh,
Yeah.
no.
Yeah, that's why Jay Crowder put the IG caption up, and then Devin Booker said over the summer, he's like, "Yeah, we can't be losing to the Lakers. It's not happening."
Is that what he said?
It's
Yeah.
personal.
In the podcast, he's like, "Yeah, we didn't like that."
It's going to be
Oh
Reggie
yeah,
Jackson
we
2.0.
legit don't like them.
It could be Reggie Jackson 2.0. You're right, cuz. You're right. It could be.
It's going to be bad. Like, I'm telling you, we're gonna beat you. I'm not even saying this. Like, but I firmly believe this. We're beating you by double digits.
I agree. I hear you. I'm looking
If
forward to the
LeBron
game.
doesn't play, if LeBron runs from the grind, you guys better run. You better forfeit.
If LeBron doesn't play, it's a rip already.
Where is it in Phoenix?
Yes, we already played both times in LA this season. Your fans are booing and leaving. Yeah,
Oh yeah, that's when because them two might try to fight in it.
that was when Dwight Howard and AD tried to fight. We were playing you guys. His campaign had that one. We were down 8, and he basically said, "Shut up." He's like, "Hey, fuck LA," and they was like, "What the fuck?" I was like,
Is that what he said?
Yeah,
Probably.
yeah.
He said, "Fuck LA."
Yeah.
Yeah, I can't lie. I need to see football, bro. Someone just said, "Fuck Arsenal." Like after this, like, bro, I need that.
Bro, Cam Johnson hit a 3 in the last game and was running back to the bench, and he just shushed and then went and sat on the bench. It was like 3 minutes up. We're up 20.
Hey, I love that.
Ben's like, I can't believe you did that. I'm like, bro, our team does not like your team. Like, I don't think people understand.
I need to listen to that Devin Booker podcast. I want to hear that shit.
Yeah, he was
See
on
what else
JJ
he
Redick's podcast and said, yeah, we can't be losing to the Lakers. That doesn't fly.
Hey, by the way, JJ Redick's podcasts are actually nice. I can't lie.
Yo, JJ Redick's trying to actually talk basketball on ESPN, and it's like, they're not here for that, bro.
Listen,
We've been
that's the
here
only time I
Yeah,
watch ESPN because he ends up cooking Stephen A. Because Stephen A. like people think that's the problem with the meat, bro. Stephen A. be chatting a lot of bullshit.
Yup.
Stephen A. be chatting a lot of bullshit, but he's tapped in. So when he gives you a scoop, he's usually on point with like what he's telling you is going on. But he don't know what the hell he be talking about.
Well, he's doing Skip Bayless, man. He's just doing it for like he knows it's for the clicks.
I would actually give Skip Bayless more credit talking basketball than Stephen.
To be honest,
I think Skip has a better ball knowledge.
the thing with me that I don't like about Stephen A is he's not kind of like as ears to like what's actually going on anymore. He's more so like a TV personality. So he can get in touch with people who know what's going on. But like Skip Bayless has stayed more true to like the reported thing. Like I've gone to Clipper games, right? And I've sat like a few rows away from Skip Bayless. I've done it before. Like I've had conversations with the guy. Skip Bayless actually knows basketball. That will shock everyone. But he actually knows basketball, and it's actually a cool guy. And he knows a lot of people and like a lot of organizations. So like, don't get fooled with like the whole Skip for like TV thing, and even like the Stephen A on TV. Like, they know their shit. They can get in touch. The thing I don't like about Stephen A is, I feel like he overextends.
Oh yeah,
and he's in so many different places. He can't be watching as much sports as he talks about. Like the thing is, Skip goes home. And why am I hearing myself?
Yeah, let me see if maybe me. One second.
Skip goes home. Yeah, it was you, Jez. My bad. Skip goes home and legitimately just watches sports. Like he did a podcast with his wife about it, and she was like, "Yeah, like sports is like his first love," and like she's cool with that. Like Skip goes home, has like the 4 monitor setup, and is just watching sports all the time. It's like, yeah, I know Skip is trolling when it comes to like LeBron because he covered the Bulls. He's never gonna give you an objective LeBron analysis, right?
No, I ain't never gonna fuck Skip Bayless, man. Fuck him.
All right, but like, at the end of the day, Skip is like plugged in. So Stephen A suggested they remove Max Kellerman from First Take. That's the rumor.
Yeah, he spoke on this on the Breakfast Club and said basically they hit the ceiling.
Yeah,
I'll tell you what it was.
Well, what was it? That's what he said on the Breakfast Club. What was it? Go on.
No, that's pretty much it. So he said, yeah, basically Stephen A had him removed. And you know what? They might have hit their ceiling. That's cool. That's fine.
That's what he said.
I thought Max and him had good chemistry, but hey, that's what they want to do.
Max was genuinely smarter than Steve. It was easy.
That's the problem. That's the problem, though.
Max was generally smarter than Stephen A. And he wouldn't go. He'd say the only thing, the stupid shit that Max has said has been fucking. If I have a last shot, I want between Steph Curry and the
Iguodala over Steph for a last shot. I'm like, no.
He wants who? Steph over who? He
wants Iguodala over Steph if it's like one shot to win a game, and I'm like,
yeah, that's wild.
Yeah, this was. But other than that, I don't even remember him saying some crazy shit. Other than this, I think it's Kawhi. Wasn't he on the Kawhi Leonard hype like crazy as well?
Yeah, he said some stuff about like Kawhi, but that's everybody. Not like again. If I don't rate you as a basketball analyst, I'm not going to hold you to a high standard. Like Max is famous because he knows boxing to a T.
Yes.
Yeah, his boxing analysis is ridiculous.
Boxing analysis is crazy. So
ridiculous.
That's when I first started fucking with him. And so when he speaks on basketball and everything else, I'm like, it's whatever. He's doing that because it's his job. Like if you just gave him the shit that he'd want to talk about, he'd kill it. He really would. So.
David, John Morant's not in the game, so you're gonna have to hold that. Unfortunately, they subbed him out because they're winning by 30. He's not going back.
Sorry, you put the money on that, Playboy. It's gone.
Yeah, hold that. He was at 24 and now he's on the bench. So hold
that. As I was saying, where was we at? Because we was talking about
Max and boxing.
Oh yeah. Max and with Max and his boxing analysis. Obviously, I'm a boxing fan. His boxing analysis is crazy.
But you see,
Yeah, go on.
You see,
Go on then.
Skip got smart. Skip was like, shit, if I'm going to do this, the only thing people can say to me is, oh, I never played the game. So what the hell do I know? He's like, yeah, let me get a player then. And that's why him and Shannon work so well. Because, like, if it's strictly football, like, Shannon is a Hall of Famer. That's fuck the championships and Super Bowl. Being a pro football Hall of Famer is the ultimate sign of respect in the league.
Yeah, you're a 3-time Super Bowl winner. You're a Hall of Famer. You're one of the 4 or 5 best tight ends to ever walk the earth.
Like,
So, like, that's because that was always the criticism with Skip and Stephen A. Like, they're so big market agenda based with NFL that it's just turned into like NFC East talk basically. But like with him and Shannon, right? Because Skip has his NFL agendas as well, but Shannon played the game. Shannon can sit there and break stuff down, and Shannon can call people out because so many NFL players are like, oh, you never played the game, don't talk about me. Shannon can be like, you don't have more Super Bowls than me, shut up. Basically. So like it's qualified Skip's like ability to really sit there and talk football because Skip does know football, but like he was always been like reporting within like the framework of basketball, you know. So it got tough when Skip and Stephen A used to talk football way back. It was so like agenda based, and it was just like, I don't really like this. And like what Fox Sports has done is they've surrounded them with enough people who've actually like been close enough connected to the game recently. Like they have a good feeling with like what's going on, so they provide like valuable input. So like credit to Fox Sports for doing that, because Undisputed is actually like better than First Take now, which I never thought I would say.
Yeah, same. Like, if you asked me 2 years ago, I would definitely told you First Take, but I can't even remember the last time I watched First Take.
I don't watch First Take. I'll watch the odd Undisputed like clip.
I generally can't remember.
I catch it on YouTube every now and again, but I was just like looking at it. It's like
it's that, bro. Like you just the conversation.
Are we doing the Warriors Clippers?
No, Star Sailor. We are not doing Warriors Clippers. Star Sailor. We'll be back NBA wise Thursday night. I believe
Thursday for the holy war between the Nets and the Sixers.
Yes, I can't wait. I cannot wait for that. That
Kyrie just had
is gonna be it. Kyrie, KD, Embiid, Harden.
There's beef. There's beef, brothers.
Oh yeah. I want to hear the fuck Ben Simmons chant through the screen.
There's fuck Ben Simmons
on the bench. Woo.
There's Kyrie and James Harden got to go at it.
Yep.
Because Kyrie pretty much was on the same shit every other teammate James has had. Hey, bro, you fat as hell. Fix up.
I feel him though.
And so Kyrie, then he was like, yeah, this ain't gonna work, Mr. Brother Sunflower. Kyrie over here. So yeah, bro, they got beef. It's gonna be spicy. It's gonna be spicy.
That's gonna be fantastic. And then Friday, we have what do we have Friday? Nothing?
No NBA streams Friday. And then Saturday we have Bucks Warriors.
Yeah, Saturday we have Bucks Warriors, and then Sunday we have Lakers Suns.
Yes, so stacked. All those on the upcoming live stream amongst everything else, people. So yeah, man, make sure you stay tapped in. We'll bring you all the games.
Yep. I will have something to sip on because I'm definitely gonna need it.
Oh, what for Suns Lakers?
Oh yeah, man.
Oh, this man knows his team's getting moved to.
Hey, teammate, you should get something as well. Like, I would have some popcorn next to me.
Nah, like, Timo thinks they're gonna win, Jess. He's good. LeBron putting up 60.
Just in case for the brother, like I'm gonna have my popcorn ready.
Wait, tomorrow, man. Let's go against the Rockets, man. Let's go.
Daniel, Suns Heat is during the Q&A time. Oh. That's why we're not doing Suns Heat.
Suns Heat is it Wednesday night or Sunday night?
Wednesday night. It's during the
Q&A
tomorrow.
Yeah, because we gotta squeeze in obviously the PSG Real Madrid. The Spurs show might be after that, and then the Q&A after that. So it's stacked.
Yeah, we got to leave.
Yes, Spurs show. Yes.
So, guys, we're gonna leave the earlier slot open for the Q&A for the Tottenham show tomorrow. That's why we're not doing Suns Heat. We're doing that during Suns Heat. So if you guys are upset, take it up with Eleanor.
Yeah, it's Eleanor in it. It's Eleanor and the Spurs Mafia in
Yeah,
the
it's got to
building.
do with Eleanor, man. This is
Hey, no one's talking to you. Shut up, man.
Yeah, what did you just say about? What did you just say there, Timo? What did you
Yeah,
say?
shut up, man.
I said
No
Queen
one's talking to
Eleanor.
you.
Why?
Hold that.
Because it is on her. That's why, in it. So we just
Hey, you're
running back.
forcing the
No, I
E-rankings.
said
Hold
Queen.
that.
Yeah,
Hold that.
I said you got
How
to
you-
respect
how-
Queen
how you-
Eleanor.
Yeah, we do respect her.
Hey,
That's why I'm giving her.
put your E-ranking on the table. Hold that.
This is why I'm giving her a show on the channel. Like, what more
Yeah, that's
respect
right.
is
You
that?
got to respect Queen Eleanor. Don't
I do
blame
respect
us.
her. I
Timo, what are you talking about? We all
I
respect
never said I blame Eleanor all my days. You gotta love Eleanor, man. What are you talking about here?
Nah,
I say
we
love
know
Eleanor.
we
I'm
fully,
laughing too
nah,
hard,
we
man.
fully, we
Hey, this
fully
guy's
blame her.
talking himself into trouble. Keep going, Timo.
Yeah,
what I'm
yeah,
saying,
facts.
man.
We fully blame her. All of us, apart from you.
No,
Now
I'm
what?
not blaming her.
No, you're not. We're saying we blaming her. We did. Now what?
Interesting.
Well, now what? So we all blamed her. That's the reason we're not getting Sun's heat because her show's going on. That's a fact.
No,
So it's her fault.
I would not blame her, man. I would not blame
So
her.
whose fault is it then? Whose fault is it then?
That's her show,
Whose,
isn't it?
no. Whose fault is it then?
No one.
Oh, so it's just out of nowhere, yeah? This
All
guy.
right, cool.
This guy.
Hold that, Timo. Hold that.
I'm saying, man said respect her.
PSG Madrid prediction.
Oh,
I got
one,
PSG
out.
going through. I got PSG going through.
Come on,
Same.
Madrid. Madrid. A la Madrid.
So you got PSG, Peter. Eddie, who you got going through? PSG, Madrid or PSG?
Ooh, I'm gonna go PSG too.
So that's 3 PSGs. Timo,
Madrid. A la Madrid.
no surprise. Cos, who you got?
PSG.
Jess.
PSG.
All right. So 5 to get me. Obviously, the odd one out. Timo, no surprise there. I think. What's up with Mbappe? Even without Mbappe, I still think they win.
I think he's fine. He's fine. Like,
If
he was
Mbappe can't play, they'll just put Messi through the middle, Neymar on one side, and Di Maria on the other. Like,
Yeah, and counter attack.
It's-
So the game plan is the
because
same.
the thing is, yeah, like Neymar and Messi do have to kind of show up if Mbappe's is not going to play. Because I watched them on the weekends and can't lie, both of them were kind of looking. It was tough. It was a tough watch. I can lie.
Yeah, it's because the man ain't motivated in that French
Yeah,
league.
it's like
That's
that.
what it is. That's what it is.
Yeah, I agree.
Oh, yeah, look
That's
at this
why I'm
dance
saying. Like,
cam.
I kind of
Come on,
expect him to
Dance,
show up in
kids.
that game.
Yeah, son.
It's a big game as well.
To the left, to the right, to the left, to the left. Yeah, let's go.
oh
Put away
my
the back, you don't care.
You don't understand how wild that statement was.
god! Shit! I wasn't gonna
Wave
say
your hand
it,
in the sky
but
like
we
you
need to
don't
delete
care.
this stream,
Yeah,
brothers.
go. Yeah,
I would like
go,
to
son.
make a public service announcement on behalf of Sarcasm City and all its residents. What Timo said at approximately 2 hours, 16 minutes, and 15 seconds in this stream is not echoed in forms of any sentiment in any way, shape, or form by everyone on this panel or everyone on this channel. We're going to leave him with that statement. Again, that is FatorYS216 on Twitter.com. The man with the LeBron Abbey in the bottom left. That is not us. That has never
Exactly. I
been
said
us.
dance cam. What's wrong with
And if
dance
he
cam?
gets
Look
crowned
at
by
Stop.
monster.
Timo,
Yeah,
stop. Timo, stop. Shut up, man. Shut up, Timo. Shut up, man.
If he gets
Fuck,
left
you
out
fucking up the
outside,
money.
you will not see me defending him on the timeline. You will not see any of us.
Oh my
It was
God,
that nigga. It was not us. Remember, 2 hours, 16 minutes, and approximately 15 seconds. What he said are his thoughts and his thoughts alone. No one else's. The channel does not share that sentiment in any way, shape, or form.
God,
Okay.
It doesn't represent anything that Sarcasm City stands for.
Yes.
And he was
Yes.
legit saying just on today, earlier in the Bayern Salzburg Watchalong, what am I going to say to get the channel cancelled? What could I do? What
That's
do you
something
mean?
got
me?
us canceled, brothers.
Fast
Thank God
forward a couple
thank God
hours.
you pointed that out, Eddie. Oh my God.
Fast forward. I was just going to be like, all right, I know what he meant, but it just sounds wrong. Let me not bring it up.
I know what he meant, but like, bro, these
It
are on
just sounded
YouTube.
wild.
These are not on Twitch. These aren't going away. Like, if someone pulls it up in 2027, like, what can I say? Now we're good.
What did I say? I said
Yo,
dance
Timo, stop, fam.
I'm gonna mute you.
Learn when to when you get me.
Timo, there's 71 seconds left in this game. Please just be quiet.
Yeah, man. Stop when you're behind, man.
My TV, look, my TV went to like the bars, bro. This shit is no service.
Right, the Grizzlies are currently
no service.
Dakota State. Right, the Grizzlies are above Memphis State. I mean, Memphis State. The Grizzlies are above the Warriors.
State,
yeah.
Why?
It be like that.
Yo, The Pelicans coach has waves. I'm crying.
Hey, hold that, Pelicans.
What's wrong with him having waves?
It's just so funny. Like they're
First
so
in the league. Definitely first in the league.
They're just so funny.
Somebody
like,
should. Oh, I'm about to turn on this CONCACAF Champions League.
Oh, who's playing?
Sounders and I don't know, some team definitely
Seattle Sounders.
Club Leon. Club Leon.
Oh, they're playing Leon?
Yeah, bro.
Oh, well, is it second leg or first leg?
Quarterfinal.
Oh, is it? What is?
It just started though. It just started.
What channel is that on? Is that Fox Sports?
FS1.
Oh, I might have to flip over to that. Fuck the Clippers.
Man, I'm telling you.
But yeah, guys, the Pelicans.
That's it.
Unfortunately, they got moved to. But I'm telling you, there was no Brandon Ingram today. They'll be all right.
Yeah, they'll be all right.
Will they actually be? I don't know. I like to think so.
Will he catch the Lakers?
So
Oh, yes.
Kawhi and PG
Yeah.
without Kawhi and PG, Clippers without Draymond. Then
What are you talking about?
Yeah, what
Oh,
are
for
you
the
on
game
about?
today? Yes.
Oh,
Bradley Beal to the
For
to
what?
the,
Bradley Beal to
Are they
the
taking the
Sixers,
Tobias
yeah.
Harris contract?
the Tyrese Maxey probably.
Why? Like, why do the Sixers need Bradley Beal?
Put James at point.
But be
Okay.
honest, do you think that Bradley Beal just fed up being stuck in the Washington?
I don't think he's fed up with being stuck there. I think he likes being stuck there.
Yeah.
Like, do
Everything
you
he
think that
said-
he doesn't want to go outside of Washington to,
I
get
don't think he
challenged?
wants
No,
to.
it's like I could say the same thing of Dame Lillard. Like, bruh, now look at CJ. CJ, for what it's worth, he might, if Dame stays and CJ stays like with the Pelicans, I could see CJ going farther in the playoffs.
100%. Let the Pelicans trade Zion and get something, and they're cooking.
They might not even. I still got some faith in Zion for some
Oh,
reason.
I got none. They're trading him. He's out of there.
Then why the Pelicans keep him then? That's the thing.
They're not going to keep him. I think they're going to trade him.
Then why did they keep him and then bring on CJ then?
Who would you trade him to, though?
Ooh, well, see, I would say New York. They don't have anything I want.
Now this the thing, because he wants to be a Lake, and this is the crazy part. Like
I floated this
Wait,
on a
who wants to
previous
be a
stream.
Laker again?
not a Laker Knicks, bro. What the?
I
Like,
floated this idea on a previous stream already. Zion to OKC. Let's get weird.
Yeah.
I could. Yeah, why not?
is someone going to trade for him?
Warriors.
Is someone going to trade for Zion?
Oh, somebody will definitely trade for Zion. The question
Yeah.
is it going to be a team that Zion wants to trade for?
Why? What team did you think he wants to trade for?
Knicks.
Well, like he wants to go to a bigger market and be in like more like in tune like that. So I'm thinking either like a Mavericks, a Knicks,
Who?
something like that.
The Knicks, bro.
Mavericks and who?
Mavericks
Knicks.
like the Knicks,
Knicks. Yeah.
like supreme long shot, but maybe like a Chicago.
Bullshit.
Game over as well. Grizzlies win.
Yeah,
132 to 111 against the
You
Pelicans.
call it a game.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Consider the fact they haven't got Brandon Ingram. Yeah. Nothing they can do really.
Now they can definitely finish above the Lakers for me, like the icon spot. If Zion was there, how to be conversation?
We have the third hardest, I think, schedule in the league,
Yeah.
Yeah, no.
and we're playing that
But
with.
be honest, do we have the hardest schedule though?
Yes, you have one of
Yeah.
them.
Well, we only got like 2 Suns and 2 Nuggets. What could possibly go wrong with that?
You're
Well, you
sitting
can
here
use
saying
it.
they're going to beat the Timberwolves on the
Yo,
road.
wait. Did you man not just lose to the Spurs?
Yes.
Exactly.
That doesn't count. I said this.
That's called no.
That doesn't count without
no.
LeBron.
No. We're not doing this.
I respect
Oh.
that, Timo. I really do.
Without LeBron, that doesn't count.
See,
Alright.
Eddie knows this bullshit.
I'm being real. Like, Timo, I have to take that into account that LeBron might not be able to play most games,
It's actually like
especially if this knee soreness
I
thing.
just don't want to get outside in the playoff spot, man. I can't be man.
Look,
suck. I'm saying the Bills. You need to get into the Bills first.
we gotta be real, bro. We gotta be real. We gotta keep it a buck. We gotta keep
Well,
it.
the math ain't mathing. You're not getting out of the
so
playing
annoying,
spots.
man.
He put up 56, and then a day later he has knee soreness, and I know it's more than just knee soreness. I think it's just like like tendonitis and just like wear and tear.
He's been managing it since he had the brace on it before.
Exactly.
What's wrong with Nisa anyway? Man's got a rest.
This guy's assuming LeBron's playing tomorrow. That's the funny part.
That's my thing.
Yeah, LeBron's
You gotta
definitely
consider
playing.
as
Are you sure?
Hey, Lakers,
so
welcome
you're
to
saying
hell.
If
You
he,
gotta consider
so you're
as
saying that if he scores 45 points, then he's got a knee sore next day, and then he got a rest
Yes,
again.
he's 37. Like
That's
this is the
a
thing. You gotta consider this guy. You can't just act like this guy is still young. Like,
All right, so let me go back to my notes again. So I got beats Rockets tomorrow. We beat the Wizards.
I don't
Possibly
think you
beat the
beat
Suns.
the Rockets.
If the
I'm gonna
Suns
be
start
honest.
sandbagging.
the Rockets been balling a little bit.
I don't think you're gonna beat the Rockets without LeBron tomorrow. I don't think you are.
It's gonna be a close game.
The most I can hope for is he's rested enough for Sunday to give us a chance.
Yep.
But even me, you know what I am? A bit of me is like, flip that. Get these 2 dubs, park it in on
just
Sunday.
get absolutely whacked on
I'll be
Sunday.
like that, Eddie. Yeah, same. Get these 2 dubs.
Take that. Go on to the
If you
next
get a big
one.
lead, just rest him, and then bang, ready for Sunday.
That's a
Because
big lead.
again, I'm not here. Like I seen this story before. Kobe played 40 plus minutes at around this age
Yeah.
and ended up tearing his Achilles,
Yep.
chasing a playoff spot.
Yeah. Yep. I remember.
He had like 2 of the greatest weeks I've ever seen him play. But then it's funny, they were playing the Warriors, bro. He didn't even get touched. He literally planted and tore that shit, and he was never the same. Just because of age and all the recuperation that kind of process needs. Like, it takes some time. But yeah, bro, it's peak right now. It really is.
Well, just what I'm trying to say with this whole like the thing with LeBron, like it's gonna be a point in the season where like, especially whole bad the Lakers is like they rely on him so much, but how much can you really rely on him to stay healthy during the time as well?
Eddie, do you think there gets to be a point with the Lakers they just decide to just pack it in for the season?
I've been so close this year. I know that somebody in that room has said it. But it's like, legit, what are we really doing out here? Honestly.
That's the thing, like there's no incentive to pack it in.
I would rather the Pelicans get the pick than the Grizzlies, because I know the Pelicans, it doesn't really fucking matter. They'll still find a way to be terrible. Because it's just that their owners aren't invested. That's really what it is. Unless they get a new ownership group, like their minds are on how do we support the Saints. So they got all this cachet, all these picks from us, but like the Celtics have shown you, like the Sixers have shown, you can have as many picks as you want. What do you do with them?
Yep.
That's what I'm saying. The fund is right now as well.
So that's where I'm at with that whole process. Why we feel the need to come get Anthony Davis and have him play? I don't know. Why LeBron is out there having a fucked up knee, going for a title when he can get it in a full regular season when he's healthy? I don't know. Like, there's no real sense of direction in this shit. So I'm like, again, I could realistically, they should have shut it down after that last Clippers game.
I agree.
Yeah, I'm searching games now.
That was it.
Well, and just tank the season, you mean?
Yeah. Send it, like you just go playing through the season to see how far you get. Like,
because if that pathetic of a team can do that, like the bottom is out. Like, it's really not even a contest anymore if you just show up. And you need 56 to beat this Warriors team? Are you kidding me?
Yeah, I hear you. Yeah.
and then after that, straight away, it's out with like new problems. Like, LeBron's in a tough situation. It wouldn't be as bad if Westbrook actually performed as Lakers fans hoped he's gonna do, and AD actually stays healthy, which he doesn't. But this is the issue that they have now. Because my prediction, I went back to my stream and I did say, as long as Russ performs and AD or LeBron gonna be fine or be playing, I think they can make a playoff spot. But the way it's been going, it just has been a horrific shit show.
And Daniel, not to talk on American football too much, but the Broncos will be okay. There'll be nothing special, but they'll be okay.
It'll be exciting.
Nah, talk about it. It's cool.
Nah, they're a football
Russell
team.
Wilson to the Broncos. Ooh, yeah, fancy though.
It's interesting, but if it's again the AFC West is cutthroat. At least we now can officially say Derek Carr is the worst quarterback in the division. I've been saying that even when
Eddie,
I was
is Von Miller in there? Von Miller is in there.
Von Miller is
No,
Von Miller left.
It's just the thing. Von Miller is with the Chiefs. No, Chiefs. Sorry, Rams.
Flirting
MVP for
with them,
me
though,
would
man.
be
He's flirting with them.
Jokic.
That's the problem.
I mean, not Jokic, Embiid, excuse me.
Oh my god.
Hey.
Yeah, please, yeah, this guy.
Yo, my MVP is probably Jokic at this point.
Oh,
Jokic.
I nearly fell asleep. I thought.
Jokic is balling from, but like,
Sorry, fam. Don't worry about it.
I would give it to Jokic low key, but I wouldn't be mad if I see Giannis.
God, give it to LeBron, man.
What? Based on what? You know what? I'm not even gonna talk about it. Let's just
What? LeBron for what? MVP?
MVP.
What? Why?
I'm not even joking.
I know you're not. That's the worrying part. Why? I'm asking. Why?
Look how many points he scored, though.
Why? Because he scored 56 against the Warriors.
He said that's what he said. What I thought he said.
Bro,
I was on the
I'm
phone and I
telling
seen
you,
you smiling,
LeBron will pass Giannis in scoring leaders this season.
Okay.
He's gonna have MVP.
What does that mean?
It means
He's still gonna finish a playing spot. Like
Timo, you know there's a scoring title. Like there's an award for that, right? You know that.
Is that how the last 10 years of how the MVP won this year, right? Like,
No, the MVP does not go to the person who scores the most points. No, that's bullshit.
Oh,
The
man.
MVP is going.
He's trouble.
He's trolling.
Wilding.
He knows
Guy
You literally have like a 450 win percentage. What are we doing here?
Timo, we're trying to.
I'm not wilding. I'm just getting my case.
You are wilding. You are wilding. Timo, would you give PFA Player of the Year to Conor Gallagher? No. This is basically the equivalent of what you're trying to do.
No.
PFA Player of the Year, Conor Gallagher sounds fucking crazy, right? He's had a good year on a 9th place team. Well, he's not the MVP.
Yeah, what are you talking about, fam? Are you alright, man? Are you good, Timo?
I'm weak.
I'm just stating my case.
I said LeBron.
He scored a lot of points and he's old. Cool.
I said your
That's
case.
good for him. Win some games. You can't have the MVP trophy as a losing record. I'm sorry.
Even Russ won his MVP on like a 500 record. Like,
No, Russ had like 46 wins, and he's the lowest win total to win MVP.
Oh yeah, I do remember.
Russ had 46 wins of 6 seed, and he was the lowest wins total to win MVP ever.
Yeah, this was like this is why a lot of people said like you got to look at the record, and that's why like I remember the conversations like there were people telling me he doesn't deserve the MVP because of like the records. Because records should usually matter as well. But
look, I'm not here to take Russ's MVP from him. I'm just here to tell you we should not hand out MVPs in the future for stats.
I do agree with that, but what Russ did though that season though, I can't just diminish that. So I'm sorry.
Like I said, I'm not here to take it away from him. Cool.
Yeah.
But in the future, we should never do that again.
No, in the future, never again. Like it's just a one-time thing with Russ. I think where like
because then you have people telling you how great of a basketball player he is.
Like Timo.
Yep.
Like friggin' Timo. All right, we're going to close out the show, people. We're going to close out the show. You got plenty of talk. The game was a blowout. You heard from everything from Lakers Suns talk to the Clippers with Kawhi and PG coming back. Some good old Clippers hate from Eddie, which is, a regular slot, you know what I'm saying, on the show, innit? That is the regular.
Even that LeBron MVP talk. Jesus.
LeBron MVP talk. 76ers Nets, which I'm very much looking forward to. That is the game this week. As much as I want to see the Suns Lakers, because I'll just be carnage, because Lakers always are. As much as I want to see Bucks Warriors, which should be good, 76ers Nets could be chaos. I'm hoping to see
76ers Nets. I'm most excited for. Like, we're gonna nail the Lakers across. I'm actually not that excited. I just want to see Timo melt down.
Oh, absolutely.
What do you mean? I'm not. You want me to see not drunk? Is that?
No, I want to see you freak out when you're down 18 in the third quarter.
What you mean? What do I mean?
Okay. I don't care if you're drunk or not. I just want to see you sad.
Okay.
Hold that. But yeah, big up, guys. You guys know the schedule. PSG Real Madrid.
Yes, so tomorrow, people, yes. The PSG Real Madrid second leg, that watch-along will be on here. You may get talking at Tottenham Talk at 11 p.m. That might happen. And then 1 a.m., definitely you get the Sarcasm City Sports Q&A. Don't think I'm missing anything in terms of Wednesday. But like I said, Wednesday and the rest of the week, just check out the scheduling. Let you know all the regular shows that are coming up, Q&As, Premier League watch-alongs, Champions League watch-alongs, NBA watch-alongs, the whole 9 people. And continue to subscribe in it because it helps us grow. It's road to 4K. We grinding. We going to get there. We are going to get there in it. So large with all of you lot. And this has been the Memphis Grizzlies versus the New Orleans Pelicans. NBA regular season watch-along live on the Sarcasm City TV YouTube. Big up for tuning in.